Okay, guys, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly Dungeon Master, or no, what am I going to be? Your friendly Pathmaster today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing Paizo Publishing's classic Pathfinder First Edition campaign. We are playing this with the P6 variant of the rules, which you can find a link to in the description of this video, and our campaign is called Last of the Falling Leaves. And with me today are the stars of the Last of the Falling Leaves campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up, we've got our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Nyala. She is a virtuous Bravo, which is kind of a paladin / swashbuckler mashed together, and yeah, she currently has not a whole lot of abilities left.
Nice. And with him is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John, and I'm playing an equally tired Griffith Ironbreaker. He is a hill dwarf of the Magus class with a deep martial archetype.
Very nice. So guys, this is chapter 7 of this campaign. What's happened over the last couple of sessions? Let me grab all the characters and NPCs here and bring on over to something that might assist.
After the political foray, we hopped on the train and we're traveling to our next destination, whereby the train was set upon by snow and snow trolls. And there's been a lot of combat the last couple of sessions, which is fine. We're having fun killing trolls. I think we killed 17.
Balanced out, yeah. So, yeah, 17.
Yeah. So yeah, the train is currently stopped because there's an avalanche, and while they're clearing the snow away, we learned that the rails themselves have been tampered or damaged.
Yeah.
So our one of our wizards is
The Gear Wizard.
Gear Wizard.
Yep.
Is helping repair the tracks. Gear Wizard Samia is taking care of that with and being guarded by a bunch of soldiers.
Yeah.
We fought trolls at the engineer, at the princess cabin, but we didn't get there fast enough, or the trolls came in a little too heavy at the cabin of the Count.
Yes.
Marcus von Ozul.
Count Marcus, the ruler of Coronia, seems to be dead. Bifurcated, in fact.
Not just dead. He was bifurcated and left unmarred and uneaten, whereas the trolls were gnawing on everybody else. So he was deliberately, we think, left so that he could be identified as being killed.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the last things we learned in the last session was that not only did Count Marcus get slain, but the attackers also went into the storage car and stole an artifact that we've been parading around.
The Coronian lens.
The Coronian lens, which don't quite fully understand the ramifications of it as it's was being researched, but very powerful, and something that was supposed to be given back to Coronia as not quite a peace offering, but recompense by the powers that be.
Yeah, the Imperator. It was something to show favor for Coronia. And you guys had talked. Do you remember what your sort of your thought was as to why?
Why he was giving it back?
Yeah.
Nope, I think you muted yourself, Dave.
Did I mute myself?
No, I can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear Dave.
Okay.
I can hear you now, yeah.
I don't recall that part.
So, you remember there is a potentially a war coming with a rival imperial power. Cronia has a lot of iron in these hills.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of trolls, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea was stabilize the tensions between East and West with one ruler with a liberated national icon. That didn't seem to work out. So, have you guys any prevailing theories as to who may be behind this other than raiding trolls?
Well, the Countess would definitely benefit with the Count's death. His cousin, Anita.
Yeah.
And yeah, with especially since she's also John. What kind of magic user?
Oh, she's a necromancer, and she, admitted one too.
Yes.
Yep.
However, it could be the cult behind it as well.
Yep.
That was the other option that we had.
They're always stemming to create chaos.
Yep. Cabal,
Yeah,
the Dark
because there
Seven.
was because Griffith and Jacopo found the cult icon in the square while the prince was doing his thing with the Count presenting to all the people.
The cultus tenebris septum.
Correct. So then, where did we leave things last session, guys?
Yeah, gearing
We're
up to go out into the blizzard to find these trolls.
Yeah, exhausted and geared up with so much extra potions and such. And Sir Jacopo and Ogre are going to accompany us into the snowy mountains to try and retrieve the Coronian lens.
Okay. John, anything to add?
Nope, he covered it pretty well.
Okay. Then, guys, let's talk about how you were going to find this place. You've been told there's a place called White Canyon to be looking for up in the mountains. Now, navigating here, we're going to be using the discovery and exploration rules out of Ultimate Wilderness. So for those listening at home, we're using this supplement. What this involves is basically rules is written, it's every day, each of you picks a thing that you're doing during the day. The goal is to, if you're looking for something, or if you're trying to map something, or if you're trying to, get a, if you're trying to uncover what's available, in a region, what you're trying to accumulate are things called discovery points. When you reach, you can either look randomly for discovery points and just invest them and see what's out there. Typically, the way that works is you invest it. Let's see here. That's random encounters. Hold on. You decide how many discovery points you want to invest at the start of your day. Once they're spent, divide the total by half and then compare it to the discovery totals of all the locations in the territory. If any of them have a discovery score of that or lower, you discover it. If you're looking for a specific place, though, you're spending discovery points in order to do that. The way that you look for or uncover or accumulate discovery points is one is through exploring. You'll be rolling against a DC using survival, and that is linked to one of your the difficulty class of the region that you're going in. There's other modifiers that can affect that roll, but generally speaking, it's that. If you don't have survival, you can also use perception, but you get -5 to your roll if you're using perception because it's not quite as effective at learning stuff. On a success, you get 1 discovery point, and then you get 1 extra for every 5 you get over that. So it is a way of generating discovery points, but there is a more efficient way of doing that. And that is using your daily action to uncover way signs. This is sort of like keeping an eye out for things that would point you in the direction of specific things. So if you're looking for instance, a troll haven, you may keep an eye out for different things. What we've got is, for this particular one, there are 3 way points that you can try and find, or way signs. The waysigns reward between 1 and 5 discovery points. So they are a much bigger windfall for trying to find a thing than just doing the exploring, but they are connected to the difficulty. So one of the waypoints is going to be the challenge rating of it, so like the level of the region plus 10. One of them is the level of the region plus 15. One of them is a level of the region plus 20. The first one gives you 1 discovery point. The second one gives you 3. The final one gives you 5. And the nice thing with that is you can use different skills other than survival for that. So you just have to come up with a reason for why you might be looking for things and then decide on how difficult of a task you want to look for. One of the reasons we're doing this at this point too, from a meta game level, is this is going to be how we do hexploration and things like that when we get to the modern day of this. You using your skills and survival and so forth. While you're doing this, incidentally, I'm also going to be rolling for random encounters. So the longer you take, also, if you happen to roll a nat 1, remember where rules we're using, you can spend a hero point to re-roll a dice roll, and if you roll the higher in the second one, we take the second one. However, you cannot re-roll nat 1s. A nat 1 is a guaranteed random encounter. And I have set up a custom random encounter for this. The final thing is, with exploration, if you fail or succeed, if you fail, it does not matter. It doesn't matter how badly you fail on it. On a waypoint or a way sign fail, though, if you fail by 5 or more, you actually lose discovery points because you've gone in the wrong direction. So, for this particular task, because you're only looking for one thing in this region, you're only working towards the one goal. So you're just doing that. You can choose to use your action to aid another as well, but it means that you're not going to be able to use one of those other things. Yeah, really.
I think Valkryl's offended.
Yeah. Then, have you any questions about what to, what to expect from this? Nada?
Nope. How would we go about finding places to rest?
That would be a matter of just camping. It's assumed you can try and camp each night. That'll be dictated by the weather, and there are also hazards that you may encounter.
Okay.
Although...
Controlling weather? Okay, sounds good.
We're in the mountains and there's a blizzard.
Do you think that we would
worse.
get in the way of, reacquainting you with the same weather table we used in Night Below for years and years?
For those of you who don't know, weather rolls are the bane of my existence. But I've led to some pretty awesome role-playing games.
3 maelstrom/hurricanes in Night Below.
It was incredible. It was just incredible what we were getting. One thing I want to mention as well, too, this is something I think that is weighing on Griffith's mind. Because, and this is just something I point this out because this is the scale of magic that might be at play here. Control Weather is a 7th level spell in Pathfinder 1st Edition. Remember, the most that, because of this P6 version we're using, most of the most powerful spellcasters in the world can only work magic that's at 3rd level. And with some training and use of rituals and whatnot, they may be able to get 4th level spells working, and rarely can they sometimes gain access to 5th by way usually of artifacts or so forth. The magic that was used, that if this was magic and not just happy circumstance, it's either magic that is more powerful than anything that has existed in the world in written history, or someone has an ally that can work that kind of stuff. Because remember, there are still powerful adversaries and monsters and so forth that still exceed the challenge rating or the 6th level. So I was thinking about that just before the session, and Griffith, you would be aware that, like, if there is magic at play here, that this is just...
Well, it's one of the fears he has because, widely kept secret is that ancient trolls taught dwarves a lot about what they know about magic and stonework. And if it's a troll that powerful, he's, uh-oh.
Yeah. So that is seems to be, and that if that's the case, we talked a little bit last time about the nature of the Cabal and how long it's been around and whatnot. And I mean, trolls don't die except by violence, and they only get wiser and more powerful with age. So who knows what may be out there. But then the other, camping. You were asking about that. You can also forage, but I'm assuming you guys aren't taking the time to do so here.
No, we're bringing a lot of food.
Yeah,
so.
And you guys are loaded up on stuff. Let's see here. You did bring a sled with you, and you've got like a tent and so forth. So
yeah,
I think you guys are good. Let me see about camping. I actually don't
some
remember.
snowshoes and skis too.
Go.
Oh.
Icewind Dale, bringing back the memories.
I seem to recall an Icewind Dale weather roll that turned into a soul-ripping storm. Something that George created?
Yeah. Something that George wrote for Wizards of the Coast.
Get back to the mainland, fly!
That was pretty... guys, and come to think of it, that'll be pretty easily convertible into this thing, so that's really... that's really good to know.
Curses that we didn't get higher level than this, so Kevin couldn't use that stuff against us.
Let's see here. If only I had Frostburn right at hand, guys, that would... Oh, look at that! Holy smokes! Thanks, Dave.
I was reminiscing. I wasn't recommending. Different words.
All right, so there isn't like a mini game about camping the way there is in PF2 Kingmaker. I just assume that you'll be able to do so at the end of the day. Wilderness traps. I'll just double check and make sure I'm not missing something in this section here. Oh, Anna says hi, by the by. Careful exploration, maps and tiers. Just means that in the evening you will be rolling for, I'll be rolling for random encounters. 2. But yeah, you should be able to, and you guys have the suitable gear. Did you guys grab goggles as well? The eye protection?
I believe so. We did mention that.
We did.
Okay.
That was one of the things that you mentioned, I remember.
Yeah, okay, good. Because one of the things I was looking at today is there's a hazard in the game that is glare from snow, which is fucking great. It blinds you for a 24-hour period if you fail your roll on it. So
it's horrible.
Probably for the best that you got that. Okay, I'm just checking for camping in the core book just to make sure there's nothing in there. Otherwise, you guys will be setting out for the first bit of your day here. Camping. Nope, nothing on camping. Okay, so I think you guys are fine. We're not gamifying finding a campsite or anything like that. So what do you guys... this will be the first, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to double the rate of it, so you'll be making basically 2 rolls a day to reflect you trying to track this thing down. Because, I don't know, drama. And then...
Well, we spent about, half our day, stopping the train and fighting, right?
And it was traveling in the day, too, so yeah, you're right, so it's probably only half day, so it'll be 1 set of rolls to start the day, and then it'll be getting worse from there. I'm just double-checking what... So you guys can judge here. I assume Sir Jacopo has got the highest survival.
Yeah, mine's only a 5.
And I think it was Jeff's character that actually had the higher score. Okay, his character sheet's taking his dog's age to load. Come on. There we go. Skills. Oh, you know, there's that neat thing where is it here? Yeah, there we go. Can you guys... Oh, you can't see that.
I'd be surprised if a hunter doesn't have survival.
He does.
It's kind of their thing.
Plus 13 with survival.
Yeah. He's our guy.
Okay. So then he's going to do for this first half day, he's going to be doing the exploration, I take it.
Yeah, because I think we're trying to track follow the tracks before the blizzard covers them all in.
Yeah. So that one, if you want to do that, that actually is probably a... You could have him go after the moderate way sign or the difficult way sign. I'll tell you, so the complex way sign, which gives you 5 discovery points, is a DC 25. The moderate one is a DC 20. The moderate one is 20. The mild one is 15.
I'd say not push our luck and go for the moderate one.
Go for the moderate one first with...
Yeah.
Okay. Then would anyone like to make the exploration check?
I'll give it a go. You said it was a 13?
The difficulty for the exploration check is going to be 23. Because you use the region's difficulty. It may be best to have him make the exploration roll and have someone else go after that way sign.
Ooh.
And you can also choose, like... I'm not for this one. I'm not choosing it to like link one specific thing to this. If you're trying to just like generally follow the tracks, you could go against the DC of 15. If you want to try and really like push yourself along and make sure you're following, that's where the 25 comes in. But it just means that whatever one you close off, that one is gone then.
So do we want to have Sir Jacopo do the survival check for the exploration?
Yeah, because he's got the best shot of doing it.
And then again, if you have other skills that you think you might be able to use to uncover some of these way signs, I'm happy to have you guys do so. Let me just double check if you can do... These are things like recalling information about a territory using a knowledge check as an example of it. But you're only able to use one of these way signs each once. So, other options is to document. So if you've got a skill like a profession cartographer, they say, or if you've got I'm happy with you using a skill like a profession or something else that you think would be appropriate. You can make that check, and what it does is it gives you a bonus of +5 on future exploration checks in that area. So basically ensures it's easier. So for instance, if you want to map your way back to the train, that would be a helpful way of doing that. And then it is actually an action to seek a location. That's when you're investing the discovery points. So, what do you guys think? So Jacopo's doing the exploration. Does anyone want to try and make a map? And if so, what would you want to use for that? And does anyone want to go for a way sign?
I don't really have any skills that would make me good at making a map. As much as, you know, he's a scholar and whatnot, he's got linguistics, and that's it.
I think you can use linguistics at... yeah, like creating a map requires a profession. Creating a gazetteer requires 1 or more linguistics checks.
Yeah.
So if you got linguistics, you could make that roll. It's a DC 23, but...
yeah, my odds of getting that are like 15%.
But I mean, like, if you got something, unless there's something else you're going to go for.
That's like my best option.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is not built for, you know, rugged outdoors.
Does he have any knowledge that might assist?
He's trained in Dungeoneering, Arcana, and Planes, which I don't believe apply here.
And history, religion, and nobility.
Yeah.
Yeah, those... so with the Dungeoneering, I mean, if you're looking for... Is there a cave? Then Dungeoneering might be an appropriate thing for discovery points. for the waysigns.
That would work.
Yeah,
Engineering.
You're trying to think of like, okay, which of these peaks, where would they find, make their home? I'm fine with you making that. Again, you can only use it once, and you got to pick which difficulty you want to go against. And then Sir Niata, what about you? I should have linked you guys. These are on, what do you call it? Archives of Nethys. You can read it yourself here. Hold on.
Oh, you're using the Ultimate Wilderness stuff.
Yeah. Here we go. Let me...
Oh, I had an Ultimate Wilderness book.
Do you have one?
No, I said if only I had one.
Oh.
I do.
Here we go, guys. I'm going to post it in the Discord for you. There's the link to the page with the rules I'm using here. So that just for ease of looking at, like, explore your choices there. Exploration check. Documenting, exploring, seeking a location, or uncovering way signs. That's about a third of the way down the page.
Yeah. Uncovering a way sign.
That's the one where if you've got a way you think that might... What are you doing, Goober? If you got a way of make it easier to find these things, just make a pitch to me of what skill you'd use, and I'm happy to have it cash in for one of those 3 available way signs.
Hey, John, is there a way to trace magic back?
Unless it's very powerful, it's hard to follow with detect magic. So, because it does leave a lingering trace, but they usually disappear within minutes. It has to be like extremely powerful to last a while.
Yeah, I think we looked it up, and it would have to be like, for it to last beyond a couple of minutes, it's got to be like the level of spells not seen in this world.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool. Just checking.
Let's see.
Though, I guess, I'm going to take a look, because, again,
I was just wondering if
Control Magic is a 7th level spell, so I wonder what the duration is for that, then. Where are you, Magic?
So you thinking using Dungeoneering?
That's possible. That's for a way sign, because we know trolls are going to be in caves. That's where they go to. So, trying to find which of the mountain is. I'm fairly skilled at Dungeoneering, because deep marshals they're underground and cave movers. So
right.
It's above this surface nonsense where you have to deal with the snow and the wind and.
1d6 times 10 minutes for 7th level spells. So,
yeah.
Sorry, Dave. What were you saying? You're thinking?
I was thinking, for maybe the second check, I might try stealth. Like closing in on maybe where the trolls might be. We want to be more careful, but initially, I need to use something else.
And I don't know. Stealth is an active skill against something else, and like you're not. That doesn't uncover any information, and that's sort of what the way signs are, right? So if you could think of a way to pitch that where it relates to uncovering information to help find the trolls, I'm happy to consider that. Perception is always like an option as well for that. For exploration, you take the -5 penalty when you're using perception, but that's not necessarily the case for way signs.
Okay,
so.
Can more than one of us use survival?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're using it for a way sign, yes. For exploring, yeah, you guys can more than one of you can use survival to try and explore. It's just that it's a DC 23. So.
Yeah, Jacobo is probably the best one suited for that one.
Like you can't aid another, but because he does it. I mean, again, 23 is a pretty fucking big number, and he's got a +13, so. He's already at like a 45% or 55% chance of success.
Yeah. Okay.
How about Ogre? Can Ogre still send the trolls to follow them? That might be a way of aiding Jacobo in his.
Yeah, let me take a look. I loaded Ogre in here too. Hey, Anna.
Not sure how long the descent would linger in the snow, but
he is a companion though, so I don't think he gets to contribute to this. Yeah, and his. But hold on, there are. Wait a minute. He does have some abilities though. Bonded mind.
Oh yeah, that's Jacobo using his senses.
Okay.
Which is crazy good. I like that.
Stealth,
that's why hunters are my favorites.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have anything specific that's gonna help him out in that sense.
Okay.
Or at least he would be able to take an action himself because he's a familiar. I mean, a companion. But well, why don't we do this? Let's make Jacopo's roll here and see how that goes.
Yeah.
So this is for survival. 32. Holy shit.
He rolled almost as max possible.
He is, so that is 5 points over. You guys get 2 discovery points already. Let me do this here. I think I might need to take a quick break. I think Anna Banana might need to go outside because she keeps coming up and bugging me. And that's very unlike Anna. It's very unlike you. Yeah. Just give me a sec here. We'll get this recorded here. Okay, so we'll put this up here, guys. And we'll, oopsies, wrong thing. We'll put, there you go. You're trying to hunt down and exterminate the trolls. And it is, here we go. You guys can edit. I know, honey, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna let, this little girl might need a bathroom break. Here we go. And controlled by all players. There you go, guys. You should be able to see that and edit it. And with Jacopo's success, 2 on the way towards discovering. So he has accumulated 2 for today. Give me 2. Oh, give me like a couple minutes. I'll be like 2 minutes just letting her out, and then I'll be right back. Ooh. Come here. Let's go. Let's go. Go outside. Come on.
Okay. Seeking a location. Hunting trolls is serious business.
Oh, no joke.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Okay. Yeah, she went made a beeline and she got apparently her back teeth were floating. So, what are you guys doing with your day? Or for the first half day, I suppose.
Try to go for that moderate waypoint.
Okay. What are you thinking of doing? Is it the dungeoneering check you can do?
Yeah.
Okay. So
that'll
that'll be.
kind of like isolating down our choices and narrowing it down.
Yep. So it'll be 20, a DC 20 you're rolling against.
What was the DC for the difficult one?
25.
I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay. Just remember, the waypoints, if you... Look at that. Nice roll.
Yeah.
If you fail by 5 or more, you lose 1d4 discovery points. So, excellent. Okay, look at this. He knows where to find trolls. That puts you at 7 discovery points already.
I was thinking if it's a big enough troll, that's going to be a problem, and they're going to need a big enough cave for all of this, and it's probably going to be really high up. So. Yep.
Yala, what are you thinking?
Okay. So that is exploration and a waysign check.
You guys have a choice of... Yeah, you could do that. You could also map. If you've got a skill you think that would... record, I guess, the trips to try and give you a bonus for returning. It'll give you a +5 on any of your subsequent, like when you're returning on the same path checks.
Mm-hmm.
Documenting is called.
I think she's going to use survival to try and like mark some trees or something like that to try and
document.
Figure a way back.
Okay.
Figure a way back, yeah. Because I don't have any useful skills in that, linguistics or anything like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give us a survival check, DC 23. Look at that.
Jeez.
All right. So you're doing a really good job of documenting your trip. Now, let me see if anything of interest has happened during this time, guys. So, number 1. These Batman dice do not disappoint. Wood. I should actually roll for the second half of that as well. Okay. Let's see here. Dave, since you're going to be saddling you with weather, John, why don't you give us a percentile roll, please? Okay, thank you very much.
You mean you're going to honor me with the weather roll? Yeah, that's...
Exactly. All right.
With your luck, the blizzard will blow itself out. It's a time for a meteor to hit.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know what game you're playing, but...
Like, how much worse can weather get? Space weather. That's how much worse.
Yeah. We haven't got into magic weather yet. George weather, we call it.
Oh, no.
All right.
And George.
So, let's see here.
Only George could make the frost burn.
Yeah, I may need to go to one of my favorites. Let's see, here we go. Ye old DMG 3.5, because I know it's got line of sight for terrain in it. I think in the Game Mastery Guide it might be there too, but
I'll pull out a monster manual last night.
You're pulling which one? The 3.5?
I don't know if it was 3. It might have been a 2.0. But yeah, we were might have been 3.5. We were watching Stranger Things last night, and they mentioned the Mind Flayer, and I'm like, 1 second, pause, run and get my book, flipped it to somewhere in the middle, and it was only 3 pages away from the Mind Flayer.
That's awesome.
Oh, and today, look at this. Just opened it up as we're talking.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a Tony DiTerlizzi illustration too. All right. So,
happy and morale.
Why don't you guys each give us a perception check, please? Let's see what the max distance. Sir Jacobo's got a 32 again. Good God.
We both rolled 19s.
That's for the best. I'm not rolling
16?
attacks in roll 20. Holy smokes. 16's pretty fucking solid too. All right, so then, and let me roll for what's here.
Hunters, they're good at survival, they're good at tracking, knowledge nature, and shooting you with arrows or firearms in this case.
Okay.
We love hunters.
So he, yeah, and with the ubiquitous firearms, makes it even better. Wood. Dave, give us a 4d10 roll, please. Whoa. So, fortunately, the snow has cleared up. It is at a distance of, and everyone's pretty fucking attentive here. I actually rolled pretty well for whatever is out there as well. And let me see here. Just gonna see what their perception bonus is. Okay. Let's have everyone give us a stealth check as well too. This isn't. I know you're not actually stealthing, but I just want to get a sense of. Okay, that's not good. Oh, +1 to heal to your rocky areas, so there's that.
yeah, that's one of the traits I picked up.
Okay. So then 10. All right, so 28. All right, and let me roll for this thing.
Yeah, I'm not a stealthy man.
All right, so you guys are making your way. I can picture you're moving away along. Here, snow is blowing. It's late in the day right now. And grab something from another map here. Tell us a little bit about what is going on in the party. What's the mood like? Is there any chatter going on? Does everyone have their mind on the mission, as it were?
Well, Griffith's generally grumbling about having to chase over these damn trolls and the damn mountains, and it's cold, and he's sore, and he's just grumbling.
Okay. Yana?
I think he's like hyper alert on what's going on around her. It's probably why she rolled a little lower on her check for the survival.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, we need to find these guys, but we also don't want them to find us while we're traveling.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got a 1 on this row, so actually, hold on. You got 1 more point. I forgot that. There you go. So what, I like that. I like, too, the idea that you got to spend 1 day accumulating it, and it's actually an action to cash them in. So you can't just be like, at the end of the day, you got to do it. You got to plan for the next day. That's kind of cool. So Nyala's on hyper alert status. Griffith is grousing, but also talking about where trolls are likely to be holding up. And it's Jacopo who kind of puts his hand up. He's like, wait! And he gestures up ahead, and like with the snow is not the like blinding blizzard that it was before when you guys were fighting the trolls up against the train, but it's obscuring vision such that you're only able to see like almost 200 feet away, and there's some obscurement that's going on there. But Jacopo points to a kind of like a copse of evergreens that are sort of tilting back and forth in the wind, and he says something was there. He gestures about 150 feet ahead. Something moved there.
Should we go around it?
Good point. Let's make a sense motive check for him. It says I am certain they saw us. It felt like a furtive move. An ogre kind of growls.
Griffith starts taking his axe musket off his back and getting it ready. So if they're coming over here, we're going to give them a reason not to.
Where you guys are is sort of wide open right now. It seems almost as if they had sort of planned for it. If you're looking at the illustration here, picture something like, imagine if you guys were moving along kind of the stretch here, and maybe he's, further up the hill in this kind of region. That's where 150 feet up. That seems to be where they have taken cover. There's plenty of places for you to go cover. Mechanically, you're not engaged with this thing right now, so if you do try to lose them, that'll be a stealth check. It just means that you're kind of you're trying to conceal yourself from them. We'll use the same rule we would use, we have been using in this game, where we use the median of the rolls. So all of you would roll, pick the midpoint, or the midpoint roll as the one that's going to stick. Also, everyone gets a hero point, by the way. An hour's gone by. Just forgot. We started a little late today, too.
Is there a mechanic that would allow us to try and, get ahead and set up an ambush or something? Or
you'd have to try and hide from this thing while also trying to, observe it.
Yeah.
It seems to have... So, mechanic, what happened is I rolled its stealth, and I compared it to your best perception score. We rolled your worst stealth and compared it to their perception score. It just so happened that they seemed to have heard you at the same time, too. I happened to roll, by 2 18s on those rolls, which is the only reason this thing was aware that you guys were here, and it was able to sort of take action.
Okay.
You could also try and get in closer to get a better look at this, of whatever's in there. It's 150 feet away right now.
Why don't we just take some wild shots at it, and hopefully that scares it off.
Not going to conserve your ammo for the trolls?
One shot's not going to...
Look over at Yakpo. Did you get a good look at it? Was it humanoid or beast-like?
Humanoid, for certain. If we... I think it may be traveling ahead. Hold. And he'll go a little bit further. He's keeping an eye on the copse and then looking down. Gestures at the tracks. It's a troll. A outrider, perhaps? Someone watching for stragglers.
Well,
if it's with that band, it could warn them that we are coming. If we are able to hide, we could follow it. But... what do you guys think? Do we try and get a drop on this thing? Or do we...
If it's a troll, I think we should take it out. It's too risky to let them know we're coming.
What if it's a scout for a larger group? We definitely want to take it out.
Griffin looks over to Sir Yakko. You think you and Ogre can get behind it while me and Yala gets his attention?
He looks at Ogre, and Ogre kind of growls as if answering for him. He looks back, nods.
Okay.
So he will try and...
So we'll take the direct approach, and we're not going to go stealthy, right?
Mm-mm.
So this is something that's neat with his. He can take the better skill. I think it's either the better skill or the better roll of stealth. Between the two of them. Let me take a look here.
Those hunter synergies are so good.
Yeah, it'll be, I think, of good value for you guys on this.
If only we'd had this for the crystal shard.
Yeah.
Well, Valkyra was pretty stealthy.
Falcor was pretty freaking stealthy, yeah.
So was
I think
Lex,
both of
in
you
fact.
guys were, for the most part.
Yeah, Lex and Falcro would have been fine in this weather. They'd have been just cruising along.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Hunter class is exactly what Falcor would have been if that was available in 2nd edition. So.
Okay, I've just populated Ogre in there, and Ogre's abilities. Let's see here.
What was the name of your hawk?
His actual name.
It was Asshole, wasn't it?
Asshole.
What you guys called him?
Yeah,
Yeah, we called him Asshole.
because he was the rescue bird.
His name was Havoc, but yeah, asshole was the common term.
There we go.
The good old days.
That's fucking awesome. You take the highest roll. So basically you roll stealth with advantage when Ogre is... Ogre and Sir Jacopo are working together. So let me make a roll for Ogre here.
Oh, teamwork feat.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 13 and a 15. So using 15. All right. So the two of them are making their way over. What you know is it'll take... let me think here. He's moving at half speed. So figure it'll be about maybe 2 minutes before he needs to be there. So what are you guys doing while Sir Jacopo and Ogre are sneaking away to the side? Why don't we do this, guys?
Making our way forward slowly, about half speed.
Let me add a turn here. Oh, hold up. We were checking to see if... okay, you need to click on a token in order to roll initiative. At least from these things here. Let's see. There we go. You guys want to click on your initiative? Or click on your token, then click on initiative. Okay. We'll get everyone in order here. Is there any like buff spells you guys wish to get active beforehand?
I have no available buff spells to cast.
Nat 20 for Cerniala. Holy smokes.
I mean, I could use a scroll, but I have 2 of those, and I'm going to save them for fighting more than one troll.
Yeah. And Sir Jacopo, I think, will save... If it's only one, he's going to save the Cat's Grace for later. Do either of you wish to consume any of your potions, your healing potions, before you get into a scrap?
Oh, yeah, you don't have any other healing stuff on you, do you? Okay, yeah, I think I'll down 1.
Okay.
I've got 10 hit points back.
Nice. Okay. How about you, Sir Niala? Are you good, or are you gonna...
Oh, I didn't put the...
Yeah, you put double brackets on it, and it'll roll for you.
Okay, I was gonna roll.
Okay. Yeah, double square brackets, and it'll roll the dice for you in the ability. 6 back for you. Okay. Then
In the description or in the...
In the description of the thing, yeah, of the Cure Light Wounds. So like wherever you've recorded the 1d8 plus 3, put 2 square brackets, 2 open square brackets before, 2 closed square brackets afterwards, and it'll roll it for you. That's true of any PF2 sheet or any Roll20 sheet, by the by.
Got it working.
Excellent, and what a roll too! Holy smokes!
Well, no, that just was a test.
Yeah, it's a good test though. All right, so then, what are? So then, let's go to. How long do you want to wait before you're doing anything? Are you trying to like draw attention? Are you trying to?
I think we'll get about halfway towards where he said it was, and then Griffith is going to start yelling at it. Get out of here, you ugly bastard!
Okay, why don't you guys give us another perception check, please?
Smell you from here. Not this time.
Okay. Okay, and then Sir Niala, you can see something big moving in the bushes there. So this is about a minute About 10 rounds have passed at this point. Are you
Like
just
troll
waiting
big?
until you hear something?
We just fought trolls. Dude. It's like troll big or
Troll big, definitely. Yeah.
okay.
And it's sneaky too. Like you've, I think from what you learned or what you were told by the folks on the train too. Like these things they're pretty. Those other types of trolls you would encounter would be more, what you would expect, noisy, cannibalistic, just terrible, monsters that are easy to hear and smell and whatnot. These snow trolls seem to be a lot more crafty and a lot more sneaky. So this one seems to be hiding. You're sort of making out the form of one, and you've got no doubt in your mind it's a troll that's hidden in there. So you guys are about 75 feet away right now. Anything you wish to do before we get to 5 rounds before Jacopo arrives?
Nope, just get a little bit closer.
Okay.
Keep tailing it. Keep getting closer.
Niala and Griffith, why don't you each give us a perception check once again, please?
Just trading perception checks.
10, 15, and 16. There we go.
Okay. So what you both will notice is... So I'm checking the speed here. There we go. Okay. About 100 feet away from where you guys are, as you're kind of watching. So this thing has moved away from where Sir Niala was. You can see a whole tree. It seems like the tree was basically being like barely held up by its frozen roots. It kind of tumbles over and exposes this thing. So it seems to have been trying to sneak away from you. Yeah. It is 100 feet away through difficult terrain because it is in snow, but if you're large, it does not count as it. Sir Niala, anything you wish to do? You got to clear eyes on this thing right now, 100 feet away.
Take a shot at it?
Sure.
I'm not very sure. My pistol does.
What's the range of your pistol?
Just looking here. 20? That's probably not going to work.
So it'd be minus... sorry, PF1, is it -1 per range increment or -2, John?
It's 2.
Is it 2 as well?
And
Okay.
you can shoot, I think, the maximum of 3 times, so he can shoot 60 feet out before you did pretty much no chance of shooting him.
Yeah, so I'm not going to bother. I'll wait till we're closer.
Okay. Then, Niall, it's your turn. What do you wish to do?
Just try to close the gap further.
Okay. So hold on, let's look up the run rules in PF2, because I can't remember if you can run over difficult terrain or not. I don't think you can. Rules is written. But when have we ever been bound by such paltry things as...
Were we not using snowshoes? Or...
Oh, you were. Yeah.
So it's still difficult. Like, it's not easy to run on snowshoes. But...
Yeah, you can't run a charge on difficult terrain.
But I don't know if snowshoes, like if the rules are that you can ignore difficult terrain.
The snowshoes treat the movement penalty as less severe, if I remember correctly.
Fortunately, let's hear. The penalty for walking through heavy, you reduce it by 5. So, instead of 2 squares, it's 1.5 squares per thing, per terrain you move through. Or
so it's still difficult. It just we can move a little bit faster through it.
Exactly. So, and then I think, let's see here. So, so we had a tactical encounter in PF2 last weekend, so I kind of got that one on my mind. Can you double move?
You can double move, yeah.
Okay. So
you can trade a standard action down to a move.
Yeah, so that would mean, so Niala, is your speed at 30?
I think it's under the core tab.
Yeah, I'm on the core tab. I'm just scrolling. Yeah, speed 30.
So that means you could move, if you're just doing double move, you could move 40 feet towards us using, like your normal move. And... yeah, you can't run across difficult terrain or if you can't see where you're going. Otherwise, running you could do 4 times... yeah, 4 times your speed or 3 in heavy armor. But, if you want to give us an acrobatics check, you could move 4 times your speed to run in snowshoes, but it will be... so that, which would give you 80 feet you could run through, but if you fail, you're going to have to make a reflex save or fall.
Also, if you run, you lose all your dex to your AC.
That's true, too.
Yeah, I won't run.
Won't run? Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
It
So
sounded good for a second there. I'm like, oh, do the acrobatics check. This is great. And I'm like, no, it's a bad idea.
Wait a minute. Kev's just trying to get me closer to a troll. Then it is...
I'm going to leave my tanky dwarf behind.
Yeah.
And...
so you are 60 feet away from it. Griffith, what are you doing?
Griffith is going to double move, and with his speed, he can get 30 feet with reduced movement.
Okay. 30 feet. Yeah, because 15. So Griffith is...
however, if I have to run, heavy armor will not slow me down.
Nor will the sled that is attached to you. So then, Sir Jacopo, he is at this point hidden, and I'm trying to think how... so if you were only 5 rounds away from him reaching there, he would be 15 times 5 is 65. So he's 65 feet away from where he was. He's now 95 feet away from where the troll is. Let me take a look at his rifle. Oh, you know what? I might be able to access that through this thing here.
15 times 5 is 75.
Is it 75? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, that's not right.
Here, I'm just going to roll this because I think it has the range. It doesn't have the range on it.
Oh.
So let's see what he gets. He is going to...
standard rifle?
It is... I can't remember offhand. Let me take a look here. Hey, George! Is that George in chat?
If it's a standard rifle, it's 80 feet for its range. It's pretty good.
Okay. Yes, so then it'll be in the second range increment, so it'll be -2. That's a 25. So that is a solid hit.
Cacao.
Okay, so you guys can hear that. And, oh, he just lost all of his health.
It's dead.
What the heck happened there? Oh, you know what? Is, you're 63. I think what is going on here? Hold on. -9. I must have just hit something wrong. All right, so he shoots this thing with a fire round. Oh, you know what? Why is that not on the... hold up. Ugh, come on. There it is. The initiative tracker.
Oh, did you break your...
No, I didn't delete it. It was always there, just it was on the wrong level.
Oh.
Yeah. So, nope. We're still flying high with a failure to remove a initiative tracker. What? Let's see here. So Jacopo would shoot him, and Ogre would start moving in. So Ogre has a move, I think, of 30 or 40. So Ogre is starting to charge in on this thing. Then it is the troll's turn. So he turns. He's going to move 30 feet away, and he's going to try and position himself in between some trees to give himself some cover and concealment. Cover from the trunk and concealment from the overhanging bushes. So he'll be another 30 feet further away from you. Niala, what are you doing?
Closing on the troll.
Closing on the troll, okay. It'll be another 40. He has moved 30. You're 60 feet away once again.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll gain 10 feet around essentially, unless I do a double move or something.
Yeah. Griffith, what are you doing?
Another 30 feet closer.
Okay. Then it is troll time. Oh, I had a wrong turn. He's got so many actions, guys. Sir Jacopo has reloaded. He'll fire once again. I can use the same thing here. Oof. He'll spend a hero point. It's more like it. It's that thing once again. Adjust his hero points. Ogre would be 50 away, so he's in charge range now. So Ogre. Populate. I love this ability to put just the little like quick reference tabs in chat and have it a whisper, so it's not filling up your chat. Like I've got Ogre's. I hit it just as skills last time, but I've got Jacopo's attacks. So let's do this. Boom. There we go. And it's not screwing up your stuff. So, like for instance, I can do this. He charges in. Nat 20, baby.
25 to confirm crit.
And then 19. So Ogre hits. He also gets a chance to try and grab. Yeah.
Get him, Ogre.
So that'll be a CMB and let's see here. Nat 20. Holy shit.
Oh, he doesn't have his CMB bonuses in there. That's weird.
He doesn't have. Oh, it may not. Well, I'll take the nat 20 in any event.
Yeah, he got him.
So he has his hands on this, sinks his claws into this troll, and is just not letting him get away. So because he is grappled, oof. I'm justifying my screen here. Cannot move or take actions that require hands. -4 to Dex, -2 to attacks and combat maneuvers, except to try and escape. Cannot take attacks of opportunity. That is pretty... Oh, he would have had an attack of opportunity on Ogre as he charged in.
Ogre's large too, right?
I don't know if Ogre's got reach, though. Let's see here.
I think he does.
Ogre is 40 feet. No, he doesn't have reach.
That's weird. He's a big cat, right?
Yep. Yeah, I don't... Ooh, he's only a medium animal.
Oh.
He's got the hefty...
Oh, yeah, he's got to be 7th level before he gets large. That's when he would get reach. Got it.
Okay, so the... the troll would actually get a swing at Ogre. Ogre's going to AC at 20. Nat 1 is not going to do it. Okay.
It'd be worse if he was level 7. He'd get pounced at that. All of his attacks when he comes in.
Okay, so the troll is going to try and escape because escaping a grab is just a CMB roll against the CMD of the grappler, right? Fucking love it. Love it. Slowly learning.
Easy.
13, so that is a 23 against 23, so he just barely shakes himself free of Ogre.
Best thing about grapples is, though, if he spends his action getting out, he's
exactly. He's not getting any further away. Niala, you're currently 60 away from this thing. What are you doing?
I was 62 rounds ago, and then I moved 40, and it moved 30, so should I be 50?
So it moved... You were, what, 60 away from it?
First 2 rounds ago, I was 60.
Yeah, then it moved 30, there was 90, and then
you moved 40.
So you're 50, you're correct. You're 50 away.
Okay. So if I move another 40, I'll be 10 feet away. I'll be within that 20-foot increment for my...
If you move to within 10 feet away, you'll be within its reach, and it has freed itself from Ogre, which means it could make attacks of opportunity if you're using a ranged thing. You could just stop at 15 feet away outside of its reach, and then make the attack. But It would get -4 to your attack because he's engaged with Ogre.
Oh, he is engaged with Ogre still, even though he's... Okay, yeah, because he's broken free, but he's not disengaged.
Yeah.
If you want that not to happen, you need precise shot, which could be an advancement feat for you.
But I mean, you're still at that range, though. You are going against his touch attack, so it's a touch attack with +4 on this thing. So I'll leave it to you to judge whether it's worth the shot or not.
I will move in and take the shot.
Okay, take the shot. Go ahead and give us your attack roll. Look at that.
Oh.
All right. So hits into this thing's hide, and you can see that there's so like smoldering fire. Are you using a alchemical shot? Because that's what Sir Jacopo shot him with.
Oh no,
the fire.
I had still had previously loaded with a regular shot.
Okay. I mean, fortunately, he did take damage from Sir Jacopo's shot this round too, so the regeneration was down, or did last round at least. So nice shot, Sir Niala. And your precision is only with melee weapons, right?
No, but I shouldn't have precision on.
Oh, okay. So you'll
You know
suddenly.
what? Let me go back to my buffs here. Precise shot should be off because I don't have.
Oh, you know, panache, right?
Yeah.
I don't have panache at the moment, so
Okay.
sorry about that. So
That's
it should
okay.
only be 5 points damage.
Then, Griffith.
Alrighty, so I'm still like 70 feet away from it because it moved.
You were 80 feet away from it. If you only moved, or you moved 30.
I moved
You were
30.
70 feet away, then it moved 30 feet, so
30,
you're
and then
100
moved
feet
30
away from
again.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so if I move within, I'm gonna move 15 feet up,
Okay.
which I'll still be outside an increment, but my range increment is 30, so I'll get a -4,
Okay.
-6, I think.
Go ahead.
Probably.
You got -8 because it's also engaged.
Oh, okay, well,
Does that change your calculus?
nah, I'm still gonna try to shoot it. I might get a nat 20.
You might get Ogre, too.
He's a good cat. I'll miss him.
Nice shot.
I don't think
But no,
anybody-
that's -8, so 13. So that is
Okay.
unfortunately a miss. Then it is Sir
Stay still,
Jacopo's
damn it!
turn. Let's have.
Hunters
Jacopo-
are fun. They get like precise shot with their
Another
companion. I don't know if he took that option, but
another solid shot. That is another 10 on him. Ogre can now make 2 attacks. First one's a miss. Oops, and second one, that is a hit. Okay. And then it is this thing's turn. He did take damage.
so we're going to try to grab him again.
Oh shit, yeah, Ogre's got to try and grab again. Let's see here.
I love the
CMB.
cats. They're great.
So his CMB, on our break, I'll correct his sheet. CMB is +13 when he's grappling.
Jeez.
He once again sinks his claws in, and he's got a hold of this troll. This thing is howling in a way that you guys haven't heard, of trying to get free. He's going to once again try and get free of this ogre. Shakes off Ogre once again, and now he's going to take a 5-foot step back. Then it is Sir Niala. What are you doing?
I took a 5-foot step. I have to move into range to use my rapier, and I'm gonna have to dodge an attack of opportunity. Swing, bada.
Okay. So if you race in, it will turn to you. What's plus, I think? Yeah. Okay. It'll swing at you with one of its claws. 27.
Oh, that hits.
That hits. Okay. Tags you for 8 points of damage. Hey, sweetie.
Is that
Okay.
potion?
And then you're in. What are you doing?
Rapier attack.
Go right ahead.
Damn it.
Nice.
Good hit, but doesn't do a lot of damage.
Oh. -6. Okay. Oh, you're so close to downing this thing too. Then
Spend a panache point. Oh, I don't have one.
yeah. Then it is Griffith's turn. What are you doing, Griffith?
The downside of being a dwarf, he runs 30 feet closer.
Okay, so you're 40 feet away right now. Coming
I'm
in.
almost there.
All right. Then it is Sir Jacopo is going to. Think he's going to move for the first. Oh no, because he needs to reload, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll reload and then he will. See if quick draw. Hold on, I can't remember. I took that for him. If he does,
yeah, I think rapid reload is what he needs.
Rapid. He's got rapid shot and then he's got rapid reload. So he can do.
Okay, so he can fire twice this turn.
So he's going to move. Well, he's actually going to move in, so it's a touch attack because he's sick of. Yeah, he wants to get out of that first range. So here is his shot. Where are you, Sir Jacopo? Boom. Down to 3, and then Ogre. That thing is down. Ogre's gonna keep clawing at it. Okay. So it is at minus... there we go. On this thing's turn, it cannot regenerate. Sir Nyala?
Finish it.
We coup de grace.
Yeah, I guess she'll coup de grace it.
Okay. And... that was, I can't remember, it's not an attack roll, right? It's just automatic crit damage?
That is correct.
Okay. It's under, oh, right, it's under...
But it's under 0 hit points, so it doesn't count as a crit or a kill.
Oh, for the purpose of...
getting panache.
Oh yeah, because you didn't reduce it to 0.
Yeah, I need to do something cool or fancy or something maybe to try and earn a panache point.
Okay. I mean, I think charging in and taking the hit just to try and take this thing down while Ogre's got it engaged, that to me seems pretty brave. Mm-hmm. So I think that's worth a panache point. So this thing is down. So Nyala's got her panache point back, and yeah. Now,
Ogre didn't get hit or injured, and that's what was important.
Absolutely, yeah. So as you move in, Griffith, you finally kind of run up. You all go in. If any of you search this thing, you will be able to find like a torn bit of arm off that clearly has the colorings of the Coronian Guard.
Oh, so this was part of the group that hit the train. It was most likely a scout.
Absolutely. Now, if there's... What was that, Dave? Sorry?
Took a frozen snack for later.
Gotta, trolls, and you're never not hungry. Now, however, this is sort of where the sun is beginning to set, so you guys will need to make camp for the evening, and then start fresh again tomorrow. It's also about time for our mid-session break. So why don't we take our mid-session break right now, and then we'll come back, and we will see what you guys are going to do next. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. You know, one of the only downsides about making like custom encounter charts and whatnot, I want to use all of them. I want to use every fucking monster because they're all cool.
Yep.
I really love PF2 or PF1 monsters as well too. Like there's some things I think are just
the art's great
cool.
too.
100% agree. Yeah, it has been a real joy rediscovering all this cool shit in PF1. Okay. Then, you guys have an evening. Let's see about the first half of your second day. I'll consult the bones. Now,
hopefully we can get Sir Yakubo to heal us before we go down to rest.
Oh, yeah, because he's got... he'll be able to get his spells back in the morning anyway, as long as it's uninterrupted.
Yep.
Are you... Oh, yeah, Sir Niall took a hit. So, let me see here. I fucking love having how easy it was to load this character sheet in here.
It pulls from Hero Lab, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Like it's a bit of a juggling thing. You convert it to XML, then you convert the XML into a JSON, and then you post it in. And there's a couple things you need to do to add the weapons in. But like in comparison to having to type all this shit in, just amazing how useful it is. All right, let me go to spell and.
Got so many good spells.
He does have quite a few good spells here. Let's see. Under description. Right. So let me do this here. I'll add it in. +5. So I think, guys, this should work. Let me see here. So, Sir Niala. Here's one coming your way. 7 hit points you're getting back. And I'll alternate back and forth. So it's 1 for you. 1 for Griffith. It's 11
nice.
back.
I think I'm good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 for Sir Niala. 6 back. How are you sitting, Sir Niala? You're good for now?
It's down to he'll heal up overnight.
Yeah, she's full almost.
Okay. All right. Then your night is uneventful. And let's see about the morning. I mean, other than the howling wind outside, you guys take your time to doing shifts. You talk a little over. Now, something that Sir Jacopo talks about as well is while we were done for the day, if somebody wants to go through his supplies, and if there's a relevant skill that you could do from that troll, maybe one of you guys could use one of those way signs for this. So, but let's see what the morning holds for you. Okay. We are back into regular weather mode now too, which means
Cool. So I can prep some new spells?
First, let's see what the weather's going to be like today.
Okay.
Dave. Once I get to this page, where the heck is it?
Weather rules.
Yeah, we got Weatherman. We're calling on you once again. Where the heck? Here it is. Oh, my old friend. All right, so first let's talk about weather variation for the day. So go ahead and give us a percentile roll. .66. So same weather for today. It is, let's see, we said it was early summer, so go ahead and give us a percentile roll for precipitation. It is going to be snowing today. Let's see here. The baseline. Okay, hold on. Baseline intensity. Ooh, very cool. Okay. And another percentile roll, please. Ooh. You know what? Ice fog in the morning. We haven't had that in a while. Let's see how long it's going to last. Okay.
Put a little ice fog for your enjoyment.
A little ice fog. I love it. Okay. And the wind. Give us another percentile roll, please. Light wind, guys. So it's a weird contrast to what you had the night before, where you guys get up and there's just this ice fog that has settled in. Any of your class abilities that recharge on a night's rest, you have back now. Nice. You also can prepare your spells for the day. And it is 9 bells, which means everybody gets a hero point as well. So, what's the mood like in the camp? What's the plan like for today?
There's decidedly less grumbling from Griffith. You know, he's breaking little chunks of ice off his beard.
Yeah, and it's just weird. Like, visibility is, like, effectively none. It's even worse than what it was before. There's just this eerie stillness between the combination of the ice fog and the lack of wind. What you're probably hearing is, like, every now and then you're hearing that kind of, like, sound of the snow shifting on the slopes.
Interesting.
John, I feel like you're feeling left out by the percentile roll, so why don't you give us a percentile roll, too?
Absolutely.
There
35.
Okay.
Random encounter will we get today?
Okay. So, what is the plan for today, then? Hot damn. Checking how many uses? Pretty cool.
Oh.
Okay.
So one of the trolls were left behind has obviously scouts for something. So let's try to find the moderate waypoint in addition to our exploration.
Well, you got to give me a pitch on how you're going to do that first. There's got to be some narrative sense for it, but what are you thinking?
Yeah.
For giants, what knowledge is it?
Local.
Oh, you have no knowledge local, right?
I have no ranks in knowledge local, so yeah. I'm not
I mean, you could, so you could use it still for the purpose of this, if you want to risk that. It would be a difficulty. If it's the moderate one, it's difficulty 20. Then. But.
Yeah. I have to roll a 15.
I guess not to push you into it. Remember that's the one thing that if you do fall short, you'll lose discovery points.
That's why I was hesitating.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Maybe just the minor one then, and I think Griffin will just try to find it with perception.
With
perception. Unless that's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't. What is it that you think you might be able to spy to be able? Remember, it's gaining information. And if you're looking at this specific thing, then what is it? Are you meaning when you're going out, then you're going to try and use? I think you need to at least wait until the weather clears, which means that. And what I'm going to do is basically spread out your first round of checks for the day. Count that as like how long the thing will last. So for this first day, if you want to do something different for the morning, once you get to the afternoon, you can make a perception check.
Okay. So at this point, I think we're just going to be doing some more exploring, see if we can pick up tracks and because obviously a bigger force left this troll here, so we maybe find where they broke off.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
There's still any left.
And I mean, if you want as well, Sir Jacopo could let me just repopulate the thing with his skills here. What you could do is aid another if you're not doing anything else to make sure he get, or like to assist with the chances of getting that exploration roll done.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. And what about you, Sir Niala? What are you planning on doing for the morning? Oh, you might be muted, Dave. In which case, Tabo.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was actually thinking of just doing some tracking around where we killed the troll to see if we could figure out, like, if it's a regular route that the troll is on. Is it like a, like a normal scouting path or something?
Okay. Now, do you? I can't remember. Do you have training in survival? Fantastic. Then, yeah. And are you thinking in that case looking for one of the way signs? So
Yep.
DC 15 or DC 20?
I think DC 15.
Okay. Go ahead and give us your check. This will give you 1 discovery point.
Okay. Survival check.
Nice. Okay. Fortunately, you don't get anything extra from exceeding the discovery points, but that is 1 more point in there, and the DC 15 discovery point is gone. Now, Griffith, would you like to give us a roll for aid another with survival?
Okay, there we go. Just barely got the bonus.
Oof. Okay. Is it plus 1 or plus 2?
Plus 1.
Plus 1, okay. Then let's go check his skills. And here we go. It's 25. So it's a success, if not a greater one. That's 1 more point of things. So, where we are right now, remember, you can discover as an action, right? So in the next phase, so long as somebody gets 1 point, you'll have enough to then cash in with somebody's action to find the fucking cave. So you guys are in the White Canyon or around the White Canyon right now. But why doesn't everyone give us a perception and a stealth check, please? Okay. And oop, that's supposed to be perception, not sleight of hand. Oh, cheapers. All right. Oh, that's why. Okay, all right, so our lowest. Nicely done, Griffith. 22 in stealth.
Well, the lack of blizzard makes it easier to get around.
Heck yeah. Yeah. All right. And you guys have all done 13 for Suniala and 18 for Griffith. All right. So, let me see here. Let me make sure I grab the right book here. I did. All right. Let me make a check for them. And then, Dave, would you give us a 4d10 roll, please? Okay, thank you. John, do you remember when there are racial modifiers for skills that are listed in the stat block for monsters? Does the skill rating include those, or do I add that on top as well?
it's usually displayed as a skill bonus plus something, and then in parentheses it has plus something in another environment. That's not included in the total, so you add it.
No, so this is actually racial modifiers. It's something separate. It isn't specific to environment. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me double check.
Yeah.
No, it's listed as racial modifiers.
So those are usually not included in skills unless
Okay.
in the fly skill it would be, or swim skill, because those you only use in certain environments.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Then, it is Sir. Is it only Sir Jacopo? Yes, Sir Jacopo once again spies something, and it is about 180 feet away, guys, and
Oof, that's far.
you do not seem to. Whatever it is does not seem to notice you, and it looks like it's a group of 3. And from the way that they are, why did I let it close? Hold on. The way they are dressed, like it's really tricky to see them, and it's only after pointing out, precisely where you're looking that you kind of catch a glimpse of it and then lose it. They appear to be hunting, based on what they are carrying with them. But let me show you what is making its way through the skills. It's probably, I think you guys are picturing a little higher, so you probably got good vantage on this. It is a. Ooh. This is what it looks like, guys. There are 3 of them. And I think just because of your relationship with goblinoids, Griffith, and with your knowledge of the mountains, you recognize this somewhat rare subspecies of bugbear called a
Yeah, it's like an Arctic bugbear.
Yeah. There
I
is
feel
a
my dwarven blood boiling.
trio of them that are making their way along. They are, they're quite big and bulky, but they're not like troll size. They're like big human sized.
Mm.
They do not seem to have spied you guys.
You hear Griffith mother, goblinoids.
Sir Jacopo says, do we engage? Are they allied with the trolls?
Not here for them. Although only good goblin is a dead goblin.
Are they... Trolls just did something that trolls would not normally do, correct? Attacking a train in strategic formations, and would that mean that they're working with someone else?
I assume they are, but goblinoids? They're universally stupid.
Fair. Okay. So
I
we don't
mean,
need to attack.
You know that of the goblinoids, remember, bugbears are pretty fucking smart, and they're pretty fucking sneaky.
They are. Because goblinoids, hobgoblins, and bugbears.
Yeah. So though, and I think that like Sir Jacopo,
Griffith does not have a high opinion of them, though.
Oh,
But you're saying the world's not going to miss 3 of them?
Sir Jacopo will recognize them too. He says, "It's luck we saw them. They must assume that they are. They must assume that they are safe wherever they are, because they are. If they do not wish to be seen, it is extremely rare for them to be seen. And you guys can see that, like the way that the sun hits their fur, like it feels like if they got into even a little bit of a blizzard or a little bit of kicked up snow, it'd be so hard to see these things. The fact that oh, go ahead, John.
He says, "I'm not sure whether we take this as a sign that we saw them, as we should avoid them, or if we should eliminate them."
Why don't you guys just give us a sense motive check?
They could just be here hunting.
Griffith, like there's, because of the animosity between your peoples and the goblinoids, what a soldier on the march is? These are they have all the appearances of a hunting party. They don't have any prey right now, but if this is troll territory, they eat a lot. And if it is a stationary troll territory, then it's a lot of going in. Jacopo tells you, like, the Wickawack are certainly smart enough to be able to either have an agreement with trolls or to just know to avoid them, which might explain why they're passing through here without taking care to hide themselves. But Griffith, do you think they're allied with the trolls?
I think Griffith doubts it. I mean, goblins are used as soldiers or, cattle in armies, and trolls, they do that themselves. They would rather eat these things than ally with them.
Yep, that tracks. So what do you guys wish to do?
Perhaps we should let them go on their way. Let the trolls worry about them. Besides, they may see ogre and want to eat ogre.
No.
We're not going to let them eat you.
Also, if the trolls do send, scouts out, and they just another set of tracks for them to chase around in the snow.
They even leave tracks. Those Wickerwacks are stealthy.
Yeah. So you can picture you're having this discussion on a ridge looking down at this snow-covered valley. They're making their way, along. They're probably, by this point, what is their speed? Yeah, Jesus, they're not even, you mentioned the tracks, certainly, Ala. I think when you narrow your eyes and look down, you can see they're not leaving any fucking tracks.
Okay. Well, we're letting them go then?
I have no desire to fight these things. Okay. Well, maybe a little desire, but...
Stay on the mission then.
Then the Wickawack continue along the valley, and they disappear. So, that brings us to our midday, which means now you can see quite clearly. So, Griffith, if you did want to try for this afternoon for a perception check for that way sign, a DC 20, you certainly can do that. Or do you want to let the order you guys choose to make these rolls? Somebody, once you get the extra point, somebody's going to need to cash that in with the discovery thing if you wanted to try and find the troll cave today.
Yeah, I think we should try to find the troll cave today. What other thing would do to, like, exploration again to get that last point? So Jacobo?
Yep.
And then to actually locate it, I know we spend our discovery points, and then do we roll for it, or is it an automatic thing if we hit the target
I tell
number?
you, if you're looking for something specific, if you know something is there and you've got enough to be able to find it, I just tell you. You spend the points, and I tell you what you get there. It's when you're sort of looking around and gaining discovery points, and you're cashing in blindly to see what's there. That's a different thing. Like you would cash in if you cash in right now as your discovery phase, and I would tell you what's 5 or less and what's you found in the course of your discovery.
Okay.
And then you can make a choice whether to interact with it or ignore it or whatever.
Yeah, I think we should have Sir Jacobo explore and then cash in our points to see if we were here.
Now, unlike PF2, aiding another is not a reaction in this game. So if you do want to aid another, does anybody want to cash in, or do you want... He's got 2 hero points, so he can get at least 2 tries at this. But what do you guys want to do?
I'll aid him with some survival.
You'll aid him with survival? Okay. So go ahead and give us a survival check there, Nyala.
Oof. We can't. Can you? I'm pretty sure you can't critically fail skill checks, but in this particular mechanic, we might be able to.
Do what? To
No, we said right at the
Reroll.
beginning of the session we can't reroll ones.
can't re-roll ones. Is there a consequence of a nat 1 on an 8 another? I know that.
Doesn't really come up that often, so let me.
Yeah, and normally there isn't like a critical fail consequence in
We got like the
PF1.
rookie survivalist trying to tell the
Okay.
hero
Yeah.
survivalist how do things work, and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Okay, so I'm sorry. The bonus was a +2. But yeah, apparently there's no
No
penalty
consequence
for
for a critical fail? Okay.
no.
Now for the action. I'm just going to double check the skill. Go.
I just wasn't sure in the subsection these rules that we're using for exploration if there's a penalty for critical failures.
Not for Aid Another. There isn't a specific call out for Aid Another in it, but here we go. I think what I'm going to do, because I'll take a look at Unchained tonight afterwards and see, because John, you mentioned there were some fun skill check options in there. I think I'm just going to bump the difficulty up by 2. So rather than helping, you're just hindering. So he's got to roll into 25 now.
I believe in him.
Let's see if that belief is misplaced.
Hero point.
Gonna have to hero point that.
Come on, Santiago.
Let's see. Here we go.
Ogre's cheerleading.
Number 2.
Yeah.
There you go. So that is, I said 25. Oh, it's 1 off from getting that extra point. But okay, so it's 11 discovery points right now. Griffith, you want to cash them in to discover something?
Yeah. I think we're cashing them in to see if we can find anything here.
Okay, let me make my last encounter roll for half of this day. Have you guys ever been so glad to see bat signal?
Not really.
Well, this means actually it's a 10, which is no encounter.
Oh, that's okay. So high is good.
Yeah, high is good for you guys in this one. All right, so you have discovered the entrance to the troll cave, guys. And it's no question where as you get there, it's at the bottom of this kind of gully. It seems like this whole valley is surrounded by peaks as well. It's exactly as you predicted, Griffith. You had a feeling that like the way that the mountains are set up, the way this White Canyon must be set, is just in such a way as to have giant, open areas underneath.
Ancient glaciers with water tunneling through the mountains to get to the lower points.
Exactly. So there's
troll caves.
Yeah, tons of this stuff in here. Now, I think there is no question as to what is in there. You would guess, based on the tracks that are going in and out, and this is you guys comparing notes, Sir Niala and Sir Jacopo, is that there's got to be at least 30 trolls in there. So the caves themselves likely have just a ton in there. There are no lookouts. This place, there is absolutely no expectation that there is going to be anybody foolish enough to go in there. Trolls. Ooh, before I speak out of turn here, I'm going to double check. Trolls have dark vision, just like dwarves do, and scent, which means caution will need to be taken when going in here. But how do you guys plan on going in here? There's nobody guarding the outside, so getting into at least the mouth of the blackened cave is there. Do you wish to listen at the entrance? See if there's anything you can gain first?
Sounds like a good idea.
Go ahead and give us a perception check, please. Okay. So you guys are listening at, and here's what Niala, you can hear the sounds of large fires going. And there's got to be at least 3 fires in there, and you're thinking like there's a fair amount of trolls in this first. There's got to be a fairly large area. But Griffith, you're listening to other things. You're listening to echoes, and you're listening to the distortion that comes from the echoes. And with that good of a roll, it sounds like all the trolls are on one side of this larger cavern. Why that might be, you don't know, but it sounds like they're all sort of located on one side. And you'd guess that in this first sort of larger, antechamber or cavern, there's probably about 8 to 10 trolls. But they all do seem to be on one side. The cavern itself has got to be, the ceiling must be at least 30 feet high, if not more. The width of the larger area has got to be at least 60 or 70 feet. So it's a big first chamber that you're thinking of. And the first troll that is closest to the entrance, it sounds like it's on the left. And the way that they're sort of bantering back and forth, it does sound like... I can't remember, do either of you guys speak Giant?
Where do we list languages at? I think it's on the core page. Yes, Griffith does speak Giant.
Okay. So they're just talking about, this is a day afterwards. They're, unsurprisingly, the topics that trolls tend to talk about or discuss is violence and eating and violent eating. So that is the extent of the conversation as far as you can hear it. Nothing that you hear, Griffith, gives you pause to think that they might know that you're here or that they might be under attack. They seem to be completely oblivious.
What if we can lure a few out at a time and dispatch them without the others knowing? What do you guys think?
Getting in any kind of combat with them is going to make enough noise to probably draw the others.
Yeah, our guns are kind of loud, aren't they?
So yeah,
well, that and trolls screaming from getting burned also makes a lot of noise.
What was Jacobo going to say?
He's going to say he does not know any trolls that use guns. So that is something that is likely to alert them that something else is going on. So he may need to make use of his longsword instead.
Well, our mission here isn't just to kill trolls, even though that's fun, but we need to find the lens.
And the way that you described it, it's a pretty big room, and it sounds like there are also side tunnels. Maybe reconnoitering might be a good plan.
See if we can find another entrance.
Not another entrance, but find out what the layout of this thing is.
Oh, like visually get eyes on it.
Yeah, like there's having a sense of where these things are and where the light is, and they do not seem to be on guard here whatsoever. Depending how fortunate you are with your stealthy, you may be able to get your way in. The difficulty will be, of course, is what light sources are in there. Because I think Niala's got low light vision, but Sir Jacopo has got human vision. Yeah. So the only person you can see in the dark fully, like the trolls, is you, Griffith.
And you're the least quiet of us.
I mean, if Griffith takes off his armor, I think that does give him a...
That's never happening.
Yeah, like that does give him a pretty big bonus. Or at least offsets the penalty, right?
Use my magic to muffle the noise of my armor, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You could use an arcane point. So,
however, I did prep ghost sound this morning, just in case, so I could distract them.
I guess the concern that Sir Jacopo would have, because he's trained in locals, what if by trying to lure one out, we alert them that there's under attack, and now we're facing 30 trolls.
Well, we handled 17 pretty well, but 30 might overwhelm us.
Yeah.
That was only groups of 3 to 5.
Yes. I think we should sneak in then, or at least let me head in a bit and you follow behind. Just in case.
Your Cloak of Shadows thing, is that does that have a duration, or is it only to a single roll?
It's for a minute.
For a minute, okay, fucking great. Okay, let me make sure I've got. I think I put sight on everybody.
Yeah, I think if I take off my armor, which he's not doing, but just kind of like to think.
Yeah, because isn't it like a -4 penalty you got for?
It's -3 because I'm wearing a breastplate.
Okay.
Well, why don't we try to sneak in? If things go sideways, use your spell to alert, like to try to split them up so we're not facing all of them at once.
Yeah.
And then we'll make a dash for it. But if we get lucky, maybe we can get in and get the lens and get out.
Okay.
Yeah. Too bad I don't know invisibility. This would be a nice place for it.
Okay, then, guys, let me...
Griffith isn't that kind of caster.
Is someone going in first? This is a stupid question, but is Magus... Do they have invisibility on the spell list?
I think it might be. Let me double check.
Only because they've got the more limited ones. I couldn't remember...
Well, they actually have access to the full wizard. They're not the full wizard list, but they have their own specific one.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Magus list is, I can't remember if it's a pretty common spell, so I could understand why it was, but
it is on his list. Yes.
It is on the list. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, just as an invisibility bubble. But
so, who would like to go in? Is someone going in first to reconnoiter, or are you all going to go into the kind of the first area and kind of try to inch forward as much as you can?
Yeah, let's all go into the first room.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that Sir Jacob will remind you of is a troll's nose. A troll's nose may be able to smell you. Let me double check the...
Would he have said that at some point earlier?
He would have, yeah.
Because we might have been able to...
Use that dead troll to try and make ourselves smell like troll?
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you spend a hero point, I'll let you retroactively... Flashback to that.
Done.
Okay.
That would be, I think, a disguise check or something similar.
Yeah. I will spend the point now.
And I mean, you guys could have taken the time to take a 20 on that too, so I'm fine with that just applying. Let me just double check here.
Disguise checks are fun because the GM gets to roll them, and we don't get to see what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
I mean, it wouldn't be unusual for a troll to show up smelling it like elf and dwarf, because they just killed a bunch of them.
I'll carry the dead arm of that dude.
Yeah, so if figure on average a troll can smell up to about 30 feet. So
we gotta stay far enough away, but also if we make ourselves smell like troll, it'll make it easier if someone comes nearby.
Exactly. I'll give them a penalty to try and distinguish your scent from the rest. All right, so then why doesn't everyone give us a stealth check, please? And we'll take the median. So here we go.
I would like to spend a hero point. Actually...
Well, yeah, wait and see what everyone's is first, because Ogre gets to roll as well. Because remember, you take the better of the two. Ogres, all skills. Go. Oh, I don't think I have any whose skills... Oh, yeah, there are filled in. All right, so you roll a 2... Jacopo rolled an 18, so we'll take the 18. So it's a 30 is your top one.
29 is
Griffith
the next
rolled
one.
a 10, and Nyala rolled 24. So your median is 24. You okay with that?
Good. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Go with that one, okay. Who spent the hero point for the flashback?
Jalen did.
You did? Okay. Okay. Then, guys, let me show you what is waiting
And you
for
got
you.
20 minutes to spend a hero point.
Yes, right. You got to make room, I guess, hey? I mean, I get the intent behind the Tales of the Valiant thing of, like, you know, if you find you get another hero point, and, like, it's luck in their version. If you get a point of luck and you've at your maximum, then you roll 1d4 and you lose that amount. I kind of get, like, the intent behind that, but, like, it's not always in the player's control for when you're making skill checks and stuff like that. Although I guess you're in that one, you're only gaining it by making skill checks, so... But, anyway. I'm thinking out loud and talking myself into and out of it being a good idea. Who's up front, guys?
Griffith can see the furthest, so...
Okay, so let
I
me...
would say...
Griffin, Nyala, then Jacopo and Ogre.
Works for me.
Also, you got the best, lowest, dark vision versus. If anybody's got to hang out near the light source.
I'm also the slowest, so it'd take me longer to catch up if one of you gets in trouble.
Right.
Ooh, good point.
However, I prepped a spell today to make me faster when I charge.
There we go. Okay, and
It's called Line Breaker.
there we go. Okay. So then, let me make sure I've got everybody. Oops. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So guys, here's where we are. I'll shift ping. And if you zoom out to around 50, that might give you a good view of what you can see, because there are some fires, cooking fires going on around. So the noise you're hearing, Griffith, right around the corner here, there are two trolls that are talking. And one thing they keep talking about is having spicy meat. And it seems as if when they say spicy meat, they just mean like heated up so it hurts them a little bit. So they'll heat meat to the point where it's boiling, put it in their mouth, and it'll actually hurt their mouth. Spicy.
Trolls.
You can see those slightly submerged and frozen cartons or crates. Looks like there's a cart that they've somehow dragged all the way the fuck up here, and it's partly in there. There are stalactites, stalagmites of ice, and these little raised areas here, they're about 10 feet up. So,
Right, he's gonna lean back a little bit and whisper to stick against the right side wall as we come across.
okay. Now, I think you can still see with your vision where the darkness begins. Remember that Sir Jacopo and Sir Niala will not be able to see at all in those areas.
Yeah, they can see the little glowing by the fires, right?
They absolutely can.
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna move my half speed.
Here, why don't we do this? Let's drop into initiative order, because we'll go turn by turn as you skulk your way through here.
Okay.
Click on him and go. Nat 1 for Sir Jacopo.
Can't see. I don't blame him.
Yeah, true. All right. Now, Sir Niala, do you wish to take Griffith's lead here, or?
No, he's got the best sight, so I'm gonna let him go ahead of me.
Okay.
I'll go There we go.
So Griffith,
We just
you're up
modified
first.
Okay. Gonna move a bit ahead and then look to the left because I can see the trolls around the bend.
Yeah. They seem to be just barely above, like maybe 5 feet above in that little prominence, arguing about spicy food.
You see Griffith kind of like hunker down and look over, and he kind of like pulls up two and points in that direction.
Let's see. Ooh, you're actually in pitch blackness.
For them?
For Nyala, yeah.
Oh, can they, oh yeah, because they only see over in this area.
Yeah.
He curses like they can't see me.
So she's got low light. Does that work like it did in older editions, where if there's a light source, you've kind of got...
No, what it would do is it would allow you to see in... here, let me tell you precisely what it does. Yeah. Oof. I think it allows you to see twice as far in dim lighting, but it doesn't give you anything when it's darkness.
Yeah, that's correct.
Creature with low light vision can see twice as far as human in starlight, moonlight, torchlight, and similar conditions of dim light.
Yeah, so...
So the fire would look like it's illuminating more space, but if it's dark, it's dark.
Yeah.
So if it's dark between there and here, okay.
Yeah. I've set the torch or the fires up pretty bright too. I think there's like 60 feet of bright and 60 feet of dim.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you did. So if you can't see me from where you are, then yeah, I'm in total darkness. I'll move back a little bit, and can you see me now?
Well,
No.
I could see you the whole time because something's going on with my low light vision that...
Oh, you know what? Hold up. I think I know what's going on here. Hold up.
Like, I can see a lot. I'm just going to role play this through.
This is our first time doing dynamic lighting in this campaign. So what I've probably done is, yep, it's because you can see with Griffith. Let me just, boom. Dave, are you in the dark again?
Yeah, and I can see the light source over here.
Okay. And let me just get these all set up, because once I do this once, I don't need to do it again. Dave, go.
I can only see my character over here. It's like pitch black.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll quickly do Jeff as well. So what are you thinking? Do you risk a light? Or you try and like hold a hand?
I'm just reading the descriptions of my dancing lights to see how much area shed.
Trolls fight a lot. We should just kill a couple.
That's what I was saying. So I can get off as much light as a lantern or a torch.
Does it have a verbal component?
It does. That's why I'm hesitating.
I mean, you could back out, technically, and cast it. It only lasts for 1 minute, I guess, but... If you're going to do the lights... is that better than just having a torch?
I'll freeze up my hand.
It's true.
I'm going to tell them to wait here while I go around the bend and see if it's safe.
Okay.
If it is...
Are
we
you
can risk
making
a
use of your shadow cloak?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's not a reaction, and I'll be rolling for you.
Oh, okay.
Just because you'll...
Yeah, if I'm going to go out alone, I'm going to spend a point and get.
That's what I was wondering. Is just because you're not getting the benefit of the median.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So what, Jacopo and Yala and Ogre will hang out by the entrance.
It might be worth a hero point.
Can I spend a hero point if I don't know the roll? Yeah, I'll spend one then.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and move yourself.
Okay.
So I guess you're moving at half speed, technically, but...
Yeah. Alrighty, then Okay, now that I see that there's a passageway over there, I'm going back for them, because if we get to that passageway, we'll be out of sight.
Okay.
And he'll just double move.
Okay.
And then double move.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I found a tunnel. Get a rope out. We can link together, and I'll lead you there. Then we can use a light.
Okay. So, Griffith, go ahead and move yourself. What I'll do is I'll just move everyone directly behind you.
So he's going to go back in this direction to get up here.
Okay. So you guys all come over here.
And then as soon as we get about 10 feet into the tunnel, he'll risk a little bit of a light.
Risking a light or risking a spell?
Double check. The light spell also has a verbal component, so it's going to be a spell.
Sir.
Oh, hold on. We're actually a little close to them. Hold on. Yeah, we can go further.
Okay.
We'll go further. Until at least my arcane cloak runs out.
Okay.
It's for the turn of movement.
You can feel you're like Sunniel, you moved into a smaller chamber.
There.
He's like, I have no idea where we are.
Okay, and here I think we're far enough away that I can muffle out a spell. Possibly.
Let me see if so Jacopo has
that or a torch. Let me see.
He has light as well. I mean, it's a cantrip. So, is light what you're intending on casting?
Oh, I only have dancing lights.
So why don't you just let him cast light then?
Okay.
On because then he can, you know. Okay, so let me make a check for the trolls. So he casts. Oh, and I think it's on the GM screen. Let me see here. All the skills, combat maneuvers, wind effects. Nuts, the lighting is not on the GM screen. Hmm. 171. Is here, vision and light. It doesn't actually give it. Most versions of D&D have that nice little table that gives you all the illumination for each of the things, but they don't actually have that.
Oh, yeah, illumination for torches?
Yeah, 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Let me illuminate Sir Jacopo. And I'm going to, for your purpose, Sir Niala, I'm going to extend the dim radius because you'll be able to see further than what he is. Okay, so we'll do this here.
Give it like 10-foot radius and...
There you go. So, Sir Niala, can you see now?
Yep.
Okay.
I can see the tunnel that we're in and our characters. So.
Yeah, so what he, I think, gestures at is... Maybe there's like a... let's see his illustration again. Where is he here? Because I think he's got a little button on his collar. It isn't on his collar. I think what we can't see is there's a little like a little pin that he's got on there, and that's what he cast it on. So it's illuminating from something he doesn't need to carry, and it's not shining directly in his face.
if you want the light to go away, you just have to tuck it inside his jacket.
Not a bad idea. No. So Jacopo turns to Griffith. Where are we?
We came in and went right into this tunnel. So to get back, follow the left wall.
He nods.
There are trolls. You get to the exit. There's trolls immediately ahead and to the right.
So it sounds
50 feet.
The way the trolls are, it's as you suspected, Griffith. Like all the trolls are on one side there. There's no sound of any trolls discussing going ahead. And from where the echoes come, it sounds as if there is an opening up ahead, and then there is further tunnel up ahead.
You'll see the trolls are concentrated behind us and to the left. Up ahead, I'm not sure. It seems less inhabited.
Griffin, do you want me to go forward a bit?
You can't see past the light, so he's going to go ahead.
She can, though, see towards lit areas.
Okay.
Right? Because like one of the reasons I set up the dynamic lighting on here too is if you get yourself to a spot, you can be in darkness and see where there's light sources elsewhere.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I could see the trolls around the fires in the last room.
Okay. Well,
Even
go
though it
ahead.
was black on the way to me.
Go ahead and sneak up if you see a illuminated path that you can get to.
Okay. Do I need to roll another stealth check, Kev?
No, you're good for now.
Okay.
Griffith is going to tail a little behind her so she doesn't get out of his line of sight.
So Jacopo will stay behind just so he doesn't accidentally give away the light.
She's like, there's two. And she points to the left directly. We saw them earlier.
How far?
80 feet?
Okay, we should be outside of smell distance.
130.
130, okay. Over 100 feet.
Okay. Well, we're here to find the lens, so best avoid the trolls.
Okay.
So Jacopo, you can come up a bit.
Okay. He'll hug the left wall. Come up to here.
Yeah.
So his
Okay.
light would be illuminating, just as you guys can see their light, this whole area that he's illuminating now, trolls would see if they're looking.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
tuck away the light for now.
so he should go just hide it?
Yeah, just hide it.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll...
And
Then I'll stay where I am and she'll wave Griffin past.
yeah, he'll take the end of the rope that we're using and move on ahead. Yeah, I can see them. Cool.
How far
Then-
ahead do you wish to be, or you still lead him like you did before, where there are
Yeah,
five?
lead ahead.
Okay.
So I assume we're having a 50-foot rope, so maybe 30 feet between us. So
Okay.
he'll get here and then wait for them to catch up.
Okay. Sorry, 30 feet between you? There's only like 20
25.
at that point.
Oh, I mean,
20 feet each? Or...
yeah, like 30 feet. And
Oh,
then,
at the far end? Okay.
yeah. I'm sure Ogre can keep up with us. He's got a smell.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
so I'm moving like 15 feet at a time.
Okay.
Whew. Tense.
How many trolls do you count so far?
Well, I think I've seen
4 or
12.
6? Oh, yeah, she's only seen like 6, I think.
So
Okay.
further, we're coming up to a bend.
Okay.
Then you're going to peek around that corner. Same two as before.
Why don't we turn off the wind in here?
Oh. You'll say, no, you want to come up here and take a look? You can see some light.
She could only see those ones that were down in the before, but
Yeah, come up here.
oh yeah,
Yeah, same ones.
there's those 2 from before.
Okay. Well, he's gonna let go of the rope and move ahead a little bit so he can see around this bend ahead. He's gonna pop another arcane point to extend his arcane cloak.
Okay.
Because I'm sure it's been more than a minute now.
Okay.
And move 2 movements but at half speed.
Are you dragging them along as well, or are you reconnoitering first?
Reconnoitering first.
Okay.
So it looks clear there. Move 1 action, and then 2.
That leads deeper down.
Okay, I think that's where he wants to go. Maybe be less troll, so he's going to move his way back now.
Okay.
And okay, he grabbed the rope and says, okay, I found a way leading deeper. You guys want to go down there? Or should we start up some trouble now?
No, let's go down. See if we can get in and out without causing trouble.
Okay, well, follow me. I've got a little bit left of my cloak.
If only we had George in a wall of fire. I mean,
Wildfire, I think, is a 4th level spell.
It is.
Yeah, so.
Fortunately, no wall of fire. Unless you give him 10 minutes to start a ritual. Where you find this elemental staff of some sort.
Let me make one more stealth check for you guys. Okay. So, you guys have safely crossed without alerting those trolls. So let me collect our heroes here. We'll go to our next map.
Okay.
going to the next man.
It's exciting.
100% work. Oh, go ahead, John.
It was exciting. I was like, we're going to get caught. We're going to have to fight.
It was absolutely worth the time to set these up. So this has been pretty great.
I'd be able to reuse it if we have to run through here and get out.
Okay.
Who knows? You might find an ice worm down below or a dragon of some sort. Who knows?
Pathfinder does have a wide variety of fucking awesome drakes.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's scarier than an ancient troll, an ancient dragon.
Yep. Yeah, and especially with the rules we're using. Okay, so let me bring you guys over, and I'll shift ping you.
Do you see fang dragons?
Sadly, no fang dragons in rules is written for PF2 or PF1.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is, you can see up about 10 feet. You can't necessarily see them. You can hear them arguing. And from the sounds of things, Griffith, there's a lot of them. But it's difficult to tell. This is a much more condensed area. There's a lot of them talking. And remember, smell.
Yeah. Got to stink down here. I'm like, he's crap. Because this close, they might be able to see him. So he's going to we need to go this way, quick. Come on.
What can you see, Soniala?
I think you can see 3, and then there's a chamber to the north, or a hallway that goes to the north, and then there's another light source somewhere over here, and another one way up at the top there.
Mm.
Like really far away, probably 2-3 rooms away. There's more up to the north.
Yeah, this seems to be the heart of the Warrens, as it were.
We're in way over our heads.
Do you want to?
There's no going back now. We were sneaking around, trying to stay out of their dark vision range.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing she's thinking to herself, it's a good thing that we tried to make ourselves smell like trolls, because.
And you said this right here is 10 foot tall?
Yeah.
Well, we can probably hug that and stay under their line of sight.
Jacopo says, but their smell.
Yeah. The moment that you can smell them is probably when they can smell you.
No, stay away. Stay in the shadows.
Yeah. Griffith will kind of hunker down even more and try to get them closer to this tunnel. He's watching to see if he sees a head poking above the lip of the here, because Ugh.
Okay.
Then he's gonna.
Yala goes to reach for her pistol, and then she remembers what Jacopo said, and she leaves it holstered.
Jacopo has his long sword out, and his musket is over his shoulder. His rifle is over his shoulder.
Yeah, I think she'll.
Okay.
Rapier
Another light source. There's more of them. Okay. Reconnoitering. Okay, he's found a passage. I need more of them. There's a light source over there. Oh, this is terrible. He's going to start making his way back now.
Okay.
Pausing, looking over. Trying to stay out of sniff distance.
As you're making your way along, so you're about there, when one of the trolls, "Hey! What's that?" In Giant. You understand Giant, so you would have heard that. We're not necessarily staying in it. But let's drop into turn order. Let me just make sure we've got all the other ones clear. Click on your token. Go ahead and click on initiative, please. And we're not necessarily in combat right now. Just keeping track. Okay. And let's give them their initiative tracker. Oops.
I knew my luck would run out eventually.
On the upside, you have agency over the dice rolls. And I guess technically you could have spent a hero point if you want me to re-roll that.
Nah, I like the drama.
Okay. Let's roll initiative for these guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, that's actually wrong. Hold up. There. Okay.
Oh, crap. They rolled high.
Yeah, unfortunately. Fortunately, he's going to have to spend his move action standing up from where he was eaten. And he's only lazily kind of making his way over here. Now, that's as far as he gets. Sir Nyala, what are you doing?
I think he just tries not to move and stays as close to the wall as she can. And that idea of even drawing her sword, she's like, she doesn't want anything shiny flashing. So she's like, maybe just even doing this, like covering up her armor with her cloak or something.
Give us a stealth check, please. Oh, 10 bells. Everyone gets a hero point, by the way.
Ooh.
Nice. Are you satisfied with that, or do you want to re-roll?
Yeah, I'll keep that.
Okay. All right. So Jacopo is going to do the exact same thing. Let me make a stealth check for Ogre first here, because they get to take the better of the two. Or the better roll of the two. 15 and 10. So 15 is a 27. He's likewise hiding. Griffith, what are you doing?
Can I see the guy's head over the lip yet, or is he just
You can see just
there?
a little bit of it. From the angle that you're at, you probably see just like a little bit of it on getting closer to the thing.
Okay,
Actually,
then he...
this isn't quite what it is, but because I'm a fucking idiot. I was sending my mom, she was talking about cinnamon buns, because they made cinnamon buns, and I was like, oh, I sent her a picture. I'm like, this is the last sight that your cinnamon bun will have, Mom. It's just my stupid head. That's probably the angle you see right now, is just like a little bit of it getting close to the edge, right?
Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm almost perfectly in view of him.
Yeah. I mean, you're still in some darkness, though, because the light technically would be casting out. It wouldn't go down, right? So, like, although he's got dark vision, so... What are you thinking, Griffith?
I'm going to attempt...
Here, I'll move Ogre over here because they're all kind of cowering behind this. I didn't set up blocking line of sight, but that is a pillar that goes all the way up.
Okay. Well,
or did I set... Well, maybe I did. I did.
Considering that the rounds happen almost simultaneously, I think he's going to take a last-ditch effort and try to dive for cover beneath the lip over here.
Remember, he's been mentioning the smell.
Yeah, but I smell like troll, too.
You've got troll also masking your scent. It doesn't mean that you're invisible. So, it doesn't mean they're automatically going to sense you, but... If you're fine with that, if that's the action you want to take, that's okay.
I could try to dive over here then and get out of his line of sight. I think we'll do that one.
Okay. Now, are you... so I think it's what, -5 if you're moving your full? Or are you doing double move while stealthing?
I'm going to double move, yeah.
While stealthing? Okay. Give us are you spending your...
I am. Okay. I'm going to need it.
Go ahead and give us your... stealth check then, please.
Here goes. Come on dice gods. Oof. I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Because I have them to spend.
That is a 21, right?
Yeah, but I rolled an 8. I could get the better of, right?
Yep, better of 2. Absolutely. And I think we said minimum 10, so it's a minimum as you treat as a 10.
I rolled spellcraft, not stealth.
Okay.
There we go. So
fuck yeah, look at that. 30. Okay. So you... What is your... we've talked about it before, but I can't remember if we've described. What does your arcane cloak look like?
It kind of like ripples out and takes use of the environment in order to like camouflage and predator-like. So it's going to kind of like creep over and make him look like a rocky outcropping as he moves and slides along the ground.
Okay. So you can see everyone is kind of hovering, like huddling in there as well as Ogre. And this thing kind of, on its turn, it'll move just to the edge. It's going to look down. He heads back. And sits back down again.
That was close.
I'm assuming you guys were going to remain hidden until this thing did something. So if you guys did want to do something, let me know. Otherwise, that is precisely what happens. He goes and rejoins his friends for more spicy food.
Griffith is going to tell them if we head up ahead and off to the right, we'll find a frozen stream, but there's more further along.
Okay.
Possibly get there by just hugging the wall and not using any light.
Yeah, because that is as far as I think you would... Oh, shit, they would be able to... But, I mean...
Yeah, the lip, so...
Yep. And again, 30 feet is sort of like... That's the danger zone for scent, typically. If their dark vision is like yours, that's around where they would see, but they're 10 feet up, so there's going to be blocks in line of sight. Yeah. So.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Griffith's going to start heading that way. We'll get the rope again just so nobody gets lost, but with the light, I think Nalia can see pretty well.
Okay. Do you want to move yourself there, Niala, or you want me to move you along in the group again?
I think it's about here or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched for John pinged when he moved his character.
It was an accidental ping.
Okay.
And then move there. This is the danger zone.
Okay. So Jacopo comes up behind you.
And eager to get ahead around the bend.
Okay.
If that's the square or if it's one more.
Then we can get up here to the river. Oof. I can only see them because of their light.
Yeah.
danger. Unless we wrap around, we can either choose to go that way or that way. That way we will fight the troll. There's no way to get past them. You guys want to keep exploring until we eliminate all the dead ends?
Jacopo gestures to the north. What is to the north?
Don't know, but that'll get me dangerously close to their sniffers. I could try to peek.
Is there a way to climb or something to avoid having to get too close to them? I can't really see the tree.
These things are like, you're gonna have to make a climb check, or is it athletics?
There is a climb skill, I believe.
Climb skill. Okay, so you would have to make a climb check to get up here, but it's going to be pretty easy. These things actually have pretty, they're pretty worn down, so like it'd be relatively easy to crawl up there.
Yeah, Griffith will try to climb up there.
Sure. Give us a
Yeah,
climb
I think
check.
she taps you on the shoulder and goes, "Don't go closer. Go over."
And then this looks like a divot here. Does this actually go somewhere, or is it just
Just a little crevasse.
okay? And it's gonna move along here. Oh yeah, there appears to be a path leading up and around.
Okay. These two one are likewise. They seem to be arguing over who gets the shiny things.
Okay, he's gonna say, "Might as well follow me. There's not much room to maneuver anyway."
Yeah, I can't see his character though. I'll follow you. I just can't move my token. I don't know if you moved already or.
So you would walk up to here, Niala. That's where you would hit. There's a wall in front of you. Would you give us a climb check? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I just did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you clamber up to the top, and then Griffith's voice kind of comes stage whisper style right ahead of you.
Okay.
Okay. Let's make a climb check for. Oh, and I forgot to give Sir Jacopo his hero point.
Griffith is really going to hug this wall.
Okay. Give me
Hello,
2
I
seconds.
missed
here.
you.
Oh,
You missed
there's
which?
somebody.
You missed which, Dave?
No, John said he was going to hug the wall.
Oh. I'm an
So
idiot.
affectionate. So kind.
Okay, then.
So loving.
Didn't have any Druid flashbacks?
Do you wish to spend... Oh, look at that up ahead.
Yeah, I see that.
Do you wish to spend any arcane points when you're that close, or are you going to risk it?
Getting kind of low, and I might need them. I'm
Okay.
going to risk it,
Okay.
but I will hedge on a hero point if needed.
Okay. You rolled less than 10 right now.
Spending it.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Batman.
So I think
Batman dice.
more like Rockman.
Okay. So if you're moving yourself
Okay.
ahead, what do you see up there?
I see two more up ahead in the firelight, and then I think
You can
there's a
hear
light
there's...
source.
sorry, John, there's to interrupt, but to the top right there,
Mhm.
there's definitely more than 2 of them up there. You can hear at least 3, maybe 4, maybe 5
Gotcha.
talking.
This looks like a tunnel opening.
If you...
Can't quite tell.
Yeah. From the way the echoes are coming, it is not.
Okay. Well,
Any of them, I think Yala whispers, any of them talking about the lens?
no, just go shiny stuff. Come around the bend, see if we can get past them.
Okay. So, Sir Niala.
Yeah, she's going to follow.
So I'll move you up here. Likewise, you got a 19 on the secret roll. So fucking 18 for Sir Jacopo. So you guys are moving along. Like there's probably a little bit of an unevenness to the edge of these things, and that's a 10-foot drop on your right there.
Hmm.
You guys make your way along here.
Griffith steps up there and looks around the corner. He sees another one. They're everywhere. How did they get along?
Trolls on every side, it seems.
He's going to try and make his way up to here.
Okay. The one upside is that the noise of all these trolls talking in this area as it's echoing off, it's just a din in here. So you guys could almost like rattle along in armor without fear of being heard.
There's a little bit of rattling. The -3 to stealth I get. But
oh god, I just did a preview through Sir Niala's eyes. She's in pitch blackness.
Oh yeah.
You can see lighting on either side, but the area she's in is just fucking pitch black.
Yeah. Then we'll do the rope thing again. I'll start tugging them forward.
Okay.
She's in pitch black, but every direction she looks, she sees like fires and trolls. She's like, "This is a terrible idea. Why are we here?"
Yeah.
The best thing though, since you're in pitch black, they can't see you because their dark vision didn't go that far.
Yeah, it's just a matter of hearing.
That's what she's hoping.
So,
okay. And then there.
Okay.
At that point, we can breathe a little easier, even though we can't use the light.
Griffith, give us a dungeoneering check, will you?
Absolutely.
Please.
His stone cutting senses are tingling.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you get what, +2 for?
Noticing unusual stonework and stuff.
This is likewise proceeding down, and the noise from up ahead suggests a much larger chamber.
Okay. Do I hear like any kind of trolls in the larger chamber?
Oh yeah.
We may be getting in more. We should have brought more people.
No.
I think we'll be okay though. I have faith.
No, this is good. If we had brought more people, we'd be in big trouble. More people, just more chances to screw up a check.
Okay, that's very true. And then he's like, "We're almost out of this one, but I think there's more ahead. Gird yourselves."
Okay.
These maps were very well set up to actually have a path through them.
Thank you.
Over there biting my nails. I didn't know it wrapped around and over again. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Like, you guys could fight. They're all set up for that too, but they're likewise set up for if you want to be sneaky, you certainly can do that too. I mean, there's just a matter of 20 or so trolls that you'll have to fight through to get out. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm sure you guys are fine.
Yeah. Well, just for Dave's edification, I took a spell called Cauterize Weapon, which can affect a weapon or 50 projectiles that lets them, the damage they deal is treated as fire damage for regeneration purposes or something. So if we do get into a scrap, I can make your weapon effective.
When she's got that cinder.
Yeah, but that damages your weapon. My spell won't.
Cinder pack kiss.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are ready to head down to the next. Let me grab everybody.
We're going to end on a cliffhanger again, aren't we? Everybody, roll initiative.
Got a 35. I mean, you may wish to, depending on how things end, you may wish to call in reinforcements, but let me get yourself set up here.
I am the reinforcements.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I've got one thing to fix.
Just be glad there's no snow in here to slow us down.
Yeah, that is one upside as well. Plus, and it's so Dave's. Go ahead, John. What were you saying?
I was double checking the rules for like readying an action because with the trolls charging us, they can stop early and just smack us 10 feet away. You can actually 5-foot step as part of doing your ready action. So if you're ready for them to charge, you can step into it. It's great. But I can't do that in deep snow. This sucks.
Well, you can step as part of your ready action?
Yep. As long as you haven't moved beforehand.
As long as you haven't moved beforehand, okay.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, I double checked the rules.
Yeah, no, and I don't doubt you on it. I doubt the soundness of that as being part of a ready action. But honestly, my favorite set of rules for ready actions is currently Imperium Maledictum and Soulbound. Because you, at the start of your turn, on your turn, you ready an action, and then if you haven't taken that action by the end of the round, you have to choose something else to do, or you just lose it, and then you have to ready again. But what you can also do is take an action to put yourself at the top of initiative order next round.
Yep.
It's such a good way of having the ebb and flow of combat, in that kind of interrupting way. All right, so
like a combination of delaying your action and readying an action. So
sorry.
It's like a combination in Pathfinder. It's like comboing ready an action and delaying your action.
Exactly.
Like
but I think it is, in my mind, the reason I like it better is because it makes it more, it is a decision to forego an action one round to make sure you get the jump on somebody next turn.
Yeah.
And they can return the favor. So there's a little bit of more of people are doing things more than just like making attack rolls. They're kind of trying to figure out when to act, which I really dig. Okay, so let me bring you over. Speaking of things I really dig. Here we go. Boom. Guys,
this is probably the room where we're going to fight stuff in.
There is a lot of trolls in here. You're definitely hearing at least 10, possibly as many as 20. But
this is going to be a huge map.
You're in perfect blackness, though. So all of you guys are, and
seems to be like some light up ahead, like over here.
There's
like
definitely
big fire or something.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them talking in there. And I think before you guys keep looking way down near the end, guys, I want you to see something.
What is that?
A troll that is about 20 feet tall comes lumbering out of that thing at the end. Hunched over, it has basically skins of sentient creatures stitched together to make this patchwork cloak that hangs over its shoulder and drapes all the way down. There must be the skins of at least 30 or 40 living creatures that have been stitched together to form this thing. It comes out and it sort of says something to the others that they all laugh. And I think, Griffith, you would hear it's basically celebrating. It says that we, eat, celebrate. And the way it speaks in Giant is with much more clarity and much more sophisticated vocabulary.
It's an articulate troll. This isn't good.
And then it kind of moves its way back in as it's laughing, having grabbed a chunk of spicy torso off of one of those cooking fires, and it heads back in. What are you guys doing? What's that up ahead there on the left, Griffith?
That is an opening into a tunnel that I'm going to go take a peek at.
Are you leaving everyone behind, or are you taking them with you?
I'm going to take them with me.
Griffith.
What?
We also don't have to leave the way we came. If you find something small like hate to say it, but a poop chute or something like that where we can squeeze out and they can't follow, I'm fine with that.
I don't think the lens will get through that, though. It's fairly big, isn't it?
I don't remember.
If you can fit through as an armored dwarf, the lens could fit through.
Okay.
But,
well,
yeah.
At this point, he's going to leave them alone just a little bit so we can get better eyes around this corner.
Okay.
So it opens out.
Sorry.
And there's that is a gory mess up ahead.
Yep.
Ooh, there's a lot of them. You Griffith over there, highlighted by the light counting. He gets over 10 and uses his other fingers. Then he starts walking back. Yeah, we're going in the tunnel. There's a pile of bone, gore, and viscera that they're pulling meals from. I did not see the lens. Hopefully we'll find it deeper in.
Okay.
Would the lens be where that big one went?
I certainly hope not.
Okay, if you guys are driving. Now here's something curious. Niala, you would notice this as well. What the hell's that up ahead on the left? The light that is up there, it is a different quality than what you guys have seen. It is not flickering, dancing, naked flame. It is a solid. Yeah. Griffith, you would see it too. It's in your dark vision as well, but you would see the light.
Gotcha. What is that?
That light's not a campfire.
Yeah, he's going to move closer. It's definitely a light source over here.
There's light coming from up above.
Like from the ceiling? He's hugging the wall again, looking to north, west, and northeast.
If you look
making
out,
sure.
Go ahead and give us a dungeoneering check again, please.
Okay.
What you were likely seeing is a fissure to the surface. That is daylight coming down.
It's a good thing we picked up climbing material.
Yeah, but how do we use it without making a bunch of noise? You ever climbed with 20 trolls chasing you?
Honestly, with the amount of noise that's coming through that, you guys could easily start chipping away at these ice walls or stone walls, and they wouldn't fucking hear it. It is exceptionally noisy in that other room.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody prepped a mage hand today.
Okay.
So if we need to feed a rope or something up through a fissure.
Yeah, and it is wide enough for where the fissure is. It's not going to be a pleasant climb, and it's certainly not designed to do that, but you could make do. You could make your way out through that.
You know who would be the best person to be doing that while we're trying to get the lens?
The hunter.
The hunter, our survival guy.
He could do that.
He might also need to try and get his beast up there.
Oh, trust me, cats can climb very well.
Yeah.
They don't need help like horses.
Okay.
The location of it would be the thing, though, is that when you're like, what is it called, abseiling, when you're going underneath, like the.
That's true.
Yeah, like that would be difficult for anybody, but he can, he can get him up there.
Okay.
If that's what you wish to do with Jacopo, he could get to work on that.
Well, I mean, if we fall here, if Jacopo can go get reinforcements, we know where the place is now. So as long as he's got an exit secured, we can rush back and get out of here. Although trolls will probably be boiling in after us. But
he looks and says, "If
you
you
want to play whack a troll, then."
Let's see here. I can't remember if he's got message.
It's like 120 feet range, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah, which is going to be pretty limited in this place this size. Fire your. If he hears the sounds of your muskets or your pistol, he's going to go up the shaft and he's going to make his way to the entrance. Then he'll meet you there.
Yeah. Okay. So I won't use my musket unless it's a signal to Booker.
Yeah.
That would likely, he'd be able to hear that over the din of the troll racket.
And between my arcane pool and the spell I can cast on your weapon, it'll last 7 minutes. So we will be able to. You won't need firearms.
Okay. If do you wish to explore anything further before the passage does go down further?
You mean up to the north and whatnot?
Yeah, I get what are you planning on doing? They do seem pretty disorganized. Oh, what I was going to say before too, Dave. So we're playing a similarly complex, kind of Warren style map in our Warhammer Fantasy game. And what I told the guys there is I've taken the time to set up where everything is. You can rely that things will not have perfect knowledge. So if things don't have a reason to know where you are or know what's coming or whatnot, they're not going to react the way that, not everyone's going to be alerted at the same time. You can rely on the logic of the circumstances as opposed to, I know you expect that would probably be the case, but it's worth saying that as far as your planning is concerned, you can bamboozle these things if you choose to,
Yeah, well, that and like you said, trolls will have infighting. They make their own noise. it wouldn't be uncommon for them to hear a fight in another room and just, oh, those guys are screwing around again.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. You've already heard what sounds like fights between some of them arguing over shinies and spicy food. So what Jacopo says then is that if you have to flee, then just do it and hope that you're able to make the way all the way out or lose them in the tunnels.
Could we not like climb up after him?
You could, but that's clambering up a rope in order to get there, and so you could definitely do that. The other thing is, how do we get the lens?
Yeah. Well, that's the goal, is to get the lens and hopefully sneak out with it.
Okay. Let's go try and find the lens.
Yeah, I was hoping we could have Jacopo like set up the rope and get everything ready for us to climb out.
Yeah, if you want to if you can take a little bit of time, give you a chance to catch your breath, grab a little bite to eat. I guess one thing to be concerned of is if a troll happens to come wandering past here, this is potentially a kill box, right? Like there's no way out from here until that rope is ready. Are you guys okay hanging out here, or do you want to keep watch, Griffith? Or
Griffith will keep watch because he can see in the dark, so he'll probably see them coming before the other two will.
Okay.
Shouldn't take too long to set up the rope.
Okay. Then, well, like he's got to clamber up to the top. He's got to, because that abseiling, like you have to use pitons and stuff in order to get across on that, right? So barring there, hold on, maybe he's got spider climb. I can't remember what his actual spells
I
are.
remember seeing that, but
yeah. Oh, probably the PDF is probably even.
he does not.
Let's see here.
Got a great climb though.
He does have a really good climb. Cast Grace, Ricochet Shot, Speak with Plants. Oh, he's got Summon Nature's Ally. Maybe you can summon something that could just climb up, that has a climb.
Oh, you could totally summon a monkey with that spell.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have spider climb, but he definitely can. Okay. Then it is I guess he'll make a climb check to try and get up there. Okay. Think he should hero point that?
Yeah, that's initial what he needs to get up there and start securing stuff, right?
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So he's able to get himself up there and then begins making the necessary preparations. And then with that stuff set up, let me make a quick check for... Okay. That seems to be done without any incident. So you've got a rope hanging down, you've got it tied up, so it would be a matter of just clambering up the rope in order to get out, but the ceiling here is about 30 feet up, so it's about 30 feet worth of climbing, so a couple of rounds, and then you were able to get up. Do you want him to get Ogre up there now? Or do you want him to... Because that'll take longer because you have to tie the cat has got to be 150 pounds. So
and I was going to say, do we want to also redistribute stuff in our packs so that one person can just say Niala's got an empty pack and Griffith throws the lens in her pack, and then now we're capable of taking off? Or do we want to do it the other way? Like, we move Griffith's stuff out of his pack so that he's got room and carrying capacity to.
I have tons of carrying capacity. If do you remember how much the lens weighs? Because I interacted with it once, I think.
Yes, you do. It's like a giant chunk of stone, so it's got to weigh at least like 100 pounds.
Okay, so I would probably be the best one to carry that thing.
Yeah, because I don't think you're slowed down, right? By...
It won't slow me down at all.
Okay.
As long as I can carry it, I'm full 20 feet the whole time. Okay.
So the other thing that Sir Jacopo will suggest is, assuming that we have, there's also him, but you also will likely have, what's his name? Sorry, Victor back. Victor's faster than any of you guys. If you need someone to draw attention to try and distract and draw some of these away, Sir Jacopo would volunteer himself to do that because he can move at range, and he's got some other ways to kind of keep them slowed down with entangle spells and things like that to try and draw. If you need to get stuff in, he could draw them away as well. Though Victor is faster and also sneakier and can like climb up walls and shit like that. So if someone's going to wander around and keep these things at a distance, either Jacopo or Victor could do that to help you guys out.
That's a good plan. Your entangle spell will be great, because if you hit them from surprise and entangle the entire room, they won't even know what hit them, and they'll be trying to find out while ripping themselves free. So I think the moment we find the lens would be when we need to cause confusion.
So is it musket shot to cause confusion? And then that's also cause confusion and get up the rope?
The delay would be getting Ogre up.
Yeah.
What
so
he's
get Ogre up now.
From the way he can reveal his light again, and then he could navigate his way out of here. And what he could try to do is just run the distance, hope that they're going to be confused. He's got some other spells like Flare that'll hopefully cause some confusion. He also has, like, Entangle is a first level spell. He could cast it 5 times. He's got no other spells he's cast so far. So if he wants to slow down his pursuers,
he can also summon some Nature's Allies too to distract them too.
The difficulty with that is a full round action to cast it.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. He won't be mobile.
Yeah. But, and again, like, this is assuming that we're going to have Thomas here next time. That's someone else who could do it too, or they could do it together, and they could be like, you guys saw that. Yeah.
They would never catch Jeff's character.
No.
Not a chance in hell.
So are either of those more helpful or are helpful for you for formulating your plan?
Yeah. So for this plan is, aside from, like, if something goes wrong, we're going to be sneaking around and looking for the lens. The moment we locate it, that's when we're going to regroup and figure out what we're going to do. But it's most likely we need to cause mass confusion. Like, if we cause entangle in the room, it'll catch all of them off guard, and then gunshots will draw attention, and then we reveal somebody for them to chase, and they'll run after them. Would be a great plan.
Yeah. If you don't hear the musket shot, don't cast the spell, because we're trying to sneak out. Right? Like.
Yeah, that's right. The musket shot could be the trigger for the spell.
Yeah. So we'll stay stealthy. We'll do our best to get in and get out with it. If something goes awry or we get spotted, then it's musket shot. Musket shot means cast your spell, cause your confusion, and we'll meet you where we camped yesterday.
Yes.
That pretty easy to find?
For him, yes. For you, Sir Niala, what's your survival bonus?
9.
She also made that document too.
Yeah, so you got +5 to relocate, to retrack.
Yeah.
Because you were marking them along the way, so yeah. It's a net +14 to try and find your way back. It's a good chance.
Okay. So let's go. Let's sneak in.
So then, just so I understand, while you guys are sneaking forward, Sir Jacopo is not going to put Ogre up there. He's going to be...
Yeah. Or do we want to put Ogre up there, and then once the Ogre's up there, then we'll start? It's only going to be another 10 minutes or something, right? 15, 20? I don't know how long it would take to climb with Ogre.
See, the difficulty with Ogre is that you have to actually, like, you'll have to wheel him up. You'll have to tie him. The crack is in the ceiling, right? It's not necessarily right at the edge. So you can't climb up the wall and up into it. In order to get Ogre up there, you need to tie a rope to him and haul him up into the chimney.
Yeah. But once it gets into it, he can climb all by himself. So.
Oh, yeah. He's faster than any of you guys up there, except for Victor.
Yeah. Okay, so then let's do that. Let's get Ogre up right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ogre.
Sorry, buddy.
So
Extra treats when we get home. Get back to the train.
Okay. So Ogre is up there. I'm curious about what climb speed is
It's usually a quarter of their movement speed if you make the check.
per round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's per movement speed, but maybe.
Yeah, it might be per round because I remember this from one of our Barrow Maze 3.5 sessions. There was that fucking cool thing where you guys were clamoring to try and get up the rope ahead of those shadows.
Okay, let's see. Action. Climbing is part of movement. It is a move action. So you could do it twice per round.
You could also do accelerated climbing. Try and climb more quickly than normal. You can move half your speed instead of your normal speed.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's some modifiers like if the fish is small enough that we could anchor our back against it and our feet and pull ourselves up, it's even easier to get up there.
So you mean if you're tying things in the rope?
Yeah, you're using a rope, and then if you can brace yourself while you climb.
You can't, because this way, part of the reason you had abseils, because it's partly in the middle of the ceiling, right?
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm not explaining it well enough, guys, but like the crack is not like at the side of a wall, it's in the middle of the ceiling. That's why
I mean, once you get up into the fissure, if it's like...
Oh, you're not going to make any rolls to get up that crevasse. It's on a gentle enough slope, and it's irregular enough of a surface that you guys are going to be able to make your way in. The only difficulty is getting up that 30-foot rope. So
it's less chimney and more of a crack in the actual wall of the... Got it.
Yeah. So
cool.
That's why Ogre's so pissed off to be up here.
Well, can you fly 30 feet?
All right, where would you like Sir Jacopo to position himself then while you guys are reconnoitering further?
Well, I know that potentially this tunnel leads into the area where the big opening is. I can't see from where I am, but if he's over there, he'd have a good line of sight to like hit a big square area in there with entangle.
So do you want to reconnoiter first and then come back to here for him?
I think that'd be the safest option.
So,
because if something comes by and spots him, he could go right up that rope and get away.
Before you leave Sir Niala, he cannot cast it on more than one thing. Do you want him to cast light on something for you?
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
I see what you did. Because the light will be illuminating. The question is, what would you like it on?
You could have it on a stone that you're gripping in your hand. Since you're not using your gun, you don't need your other hand to hold something, right? You just take something in and out of your pocket.
How about an empty Cure Light Wounds potion flask?
The light of Elendil.
Light bulb.
It lights you away when times are dark or whatever.
All right, so let me... I'm just going to set up. So this will be for your elven eyes here, for what you can see.
And she'll shift some stuff around, so she'll put some other potions in a different pouch and just leave that one in the pouch by itself, so it's easy to access and use.
Yeah, and it's not continual light, so it will go once he casts it again, it'll go. But this is when you take it out, your token is now ready to shine.
Yeah, emit light.
It'll last an hour. That's how long the light spell will last for him.
Okay, so then Sir Niala and Griffith are Griffith, are you going to go and reconnoiter yourself first, or are you taking Sir Niala with you?
I will go ahead because the light it can be a problem.
Okay.
But I'll be moving stealthily in half speed the whole time.
Sure. You got it.
Oh, that is a dead end. It doesn't actually go anywhere. Okay, it's one assumption down. He sees the fork ahead, and he'll come back and signal for Niala to come with him. Just stay about 20 feet behind me.
Well, she's doing the rope thing.
Is she
with you,
safe
no?
to take the light out? Or the rope?
From what I can see, she should be.
So are you giving her the okay?
We'll do the rope.
Can she hold it in her hand like so it's mostly a fist with little bits of light coming through? Would that make it continue?
Yeah, I mean, you're
Like a hooded
a
lantern?
swashbuckler, so let me do
like
this. A hooded
Like
lantern,
a hooded
yeah.
lantern between knuckles?
Let me do this. I think I'll... Let's do this. I want to make it
set up a
real dim for you. There you go. How's that?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead, guys.
Just stay in sight.
Yeah, she doesn't have much of a radius, so she's got to stay close to you.
You can hear it echoing down to there's trolls all around, but from directly ahead and from directly behind.
Just going half speed so she can keep up with me.
Okay.
Okay, it's a little raised section here. Don't know where it goes. Okay.
Is this a wall here?
It's just like the platforms you saw from before. It's an irregularity
okay.
where there is
A
another
little
raised
higher.
area to the right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Something's opening up ahead, so douse your light real quick.
Sound is so loud up ahead of trolls.
Okay.
Is it like
Maybe
coming around
she'll-
Okay.
come around a bend, or is it like directly straight ahead?
It's from the right up ahead.
Sure.
Okay, your light's out. Yana?
Okay, I'll
Oh,
just
good timing, because I see some trolls.
hand on Griffin's shoulder and just kind of follow him behind.
Okay.
Behind him.
Griffith's to our right. Stepping ahead. Oof.
That's the sound. And this here is about a 5-foot drop down.
Okay. Get a little bit closer. Okay, he kind of sits there, crouches there at the tunnel entrance where you can see a whole bunch of stuff, and says, "I think it's in the room with the big one."
Yeah,
Because they're just eating here, right?
they're just eating here. Yeah, this is the... Trolls don't care much for an abattoir. They'll eat fucking anything. So even though it's rotted, even though there's just bones left over, that shit all is going to go into troll guts.
Okay.
This is where the big guy went.
Mhm.
This room
Correct.
over here.
Yeah,
So
directly
Griffith-
across, yeah.
Griffith's there thinking, so this may be the best spots in order to rush over there if somebody can pull him to the south and out the front. Because hopping down, we'll be able to get there pretty quickly.
Want to know an interesting tidbit, guys? We can have player
I'm getting
tokens on
boots.
as many pages as we want now.
Yeah, individually move them to different pages. Yeah,
Yep.
it's just tricky for you because you have to go between the pages.
I have to go between the pages, but you guys can be active on as many. There are 3 pages of this, so
Oh,
you
Lord.
guys are free to go and do with what you will. But you
Oh,
know what,
man,
guys?
Jeff.
We'll have to find out what's going on in 2
Next
weeks' time because we are out of time today. All right. Now, how many sessions is that for Sir Niala and Griffith?
I have not missed a session, so that's 7 for me.
That's 7 for you, and
6 for me, I think.
okay. So then you have 2
5.
more until your next
No, I think I
upgrade.
missed. Yeah.
Yep.
And if I survive next session, we'll advance.
I double check that, Dave, because I can't remember.
Thought I missed 2, maybe.
Yeah, I think you missed 1, but maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to take a look again. You know what? I'll start. I keep track of it in our guards campaign, and for some reason I what do you call it? I just didn't start doing that in this one, so I'll do a better job of keeping track, so you guys don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, on my character sheet buyer and info tab, I got sessions complete 7, and then I'm keeping track of my. So
even better.
Actually, I have 5th session on my character sheet, so this would be my 6th.
Okay, perfect. All right, then, guys, let's head back to. Let me zoom in once again. I cannot tell you how pleased I am with how well that those maps worked out.
Yeah, nerve-wracking the entire time. I need more arcane points.
Nerve-wracking for you. I can't see anything until there's a light source. I'm like moving around in the dark, and then all of a sudden, trolls.
So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for Chapter 7 of our Last of the Falling Leaves campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server. We have a channel there dedicated to D&D 3.5 and Pathfinder 1st Edition games, as well as most of the games and campaigns we run on the channel. There is also Find a Group channels and GM discussion and virtual tabletop chat. There's a ton of great people over there, knowledgeable, helpful, and friendly. You're more than welcome to join us over there. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they don't have something in stock in their extensive catalog that you're looking for, you can put it on a want list and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserFrost, all caps, all one word. It's listed down below and you'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. Yeah, if that'll change as of January 15th, 2025. But if you are listening after that time, just come back to one of our more recent videos. You'll see what the current discount code is in the description of that video. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is one of the charity campaigns we're running on the channel. You may notice that I'm sporting a dirtbag mustache right now. That is also because I am participating in the Movember event for this year. I'm doing it through work, so we don't have a link for it. But if you do know someone in your life who is participating in this or fundraising for men's physical and mental health, feel free to donate through their initiative as well. It's a great cause. And the Hero Save Villages campaign benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a great organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. If you make a donation through that link, all of it goes to them. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from SOS Children's Villages International. And as a small way of saying thank you, if you've donated $25 or more since the start of the year, then we welcome you to head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. Again, link down below. And we have voting going on right now for the next of our mashup sessions. We have been doing for the second half of the year, taking classic RPG adventures or campaigns and mashing them up with games that are not designed to be played with. We will be playing next weekend a session of Zweihander, playing a session inspired by the classic Pathfinder 1st Edition adventure, Rise of the Rune Lords. We have one more afterwards. Voting is going on right now for the makeup of the party, which of the Pathfinder iconic characters will make up that party. And then we'll have the mashup for the final year open up the weekend, the Sunday after next weekend's, so next Sunday. Next Sunday we'll be opening up the voting for the final of our mashup sessions, which will be a mashup of Ken Height's absolutely incredible and classic Dracula dossier campaign. The last thing I will say, though, tonight is a huge thank you to our stalwart guardians. So, Dave and John, thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. This was a shit ton of fun. I really like the way that the wilderness travel rules work. This is my first time using them as rules as written. I think they worked out really, really well. And this was a very cool way of... I don't know, like it felt like you guys did have a chore of trying to find what was going on. I liked the way the random encounters worked, and setting the distances, and I have not yet been able to use my 30 trolls against you guys, but my fingers are crossed for next time. That nat one's got to come sometime. So
It does.
but we'll be back in the Grindlehaus Empire and to see whether our guardians are able to recover the Coronian lens. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our guardians are trying to are encountering as they're simply trying to return some stolen property. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
Yeah.